Yo, check it. 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1
Mic
2.
check. 1 2 1 2.
Hey boy, when you had sent me that link for that show, that dude who did get on my nerves, I ain't gonna say no names or nothing like that.
Oh Lord,
Yeah, he got on my
he
nerves.
got on my nerve quick, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nigga wake up call will be answered, boy. Everybody got to answer that nigga wake up call. Trust and believe.
I am confused.
What about what we talking about?
Yeah.
You know what we
It's
talking
all
about.
right. It's all right.
You know what we talking about.
You know what
said.
you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
you
why
do.
I'm confused. I say the motherfucking name, boy, and dare that nigga to box me. What's happening?
Nah, leave that nigga where he at, man. He cool.
Yeah, he cool over there.
Yeah, man. That was funny.
What was funny?
Peeing in the dark.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah, peeing in the dark is crazy word. You know.
That's an ongoing conversation though. The whole put the toilet seat down versus lift it up type of thing.
I'm with all sides, but it's just that to me, what the hypocrisy is when you say, okay, you want somebody to be courteous to you. So what about are y'all doing to be courteous to us as well? You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I will love if whatnot, like the do it. Yeah, I think it should be, but we should be courteous on both sides. It shouldn't be just one side be courteous or no side. It don't matter what y'all think. We gotta. No, that's not how it should work.
I don't know. I just conversations like that got to be more pressing shit to.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
It's true.
Cause then you get kind of shit like that get nitpicky. Like cause I am sometimes a nitpicky person. Like I don't like. Sometimes like okay, you don't put the cap back on the toothpaste. That's you know what I'm saying.
But to me, I don't nitpick about nothing because I know. I know what's going on.
2K, what's good, bro?
2K, what's happening?
We all do shit that's going to get under
that's
people's
what
skin.
And that's my thing. We're both adults moving into each other's apartments or each other's space. So we're going to, certain things is going to irritate the other. So I don't go and nitpick off everything because that can blow up into something real, real big. So I don't nitpick. I just grab it, whatever I'm going to do, scoop it up, whatever you do, whatever. If it don't really bother me, like if it's not like detrimental or nothing like that, I'm not finna sit up here and nitpick about every little thing.
Right.
That's just not my thing. I don't do that.
Like, and you're asking for confusion in a relationship if you do that.
Yeah, so
like nobody wants to be micromanaged like that.
And that's why I don't. I know this is where you lack at. This is where I'm gonna come up at. If this is where I lack at, I think you should come up in that situation too and just do what you need to do and don't be bitching and complaining about it.
You know, one thing I think about with the whole leave the toilet seat down or lift it up that nobody really talks about is when you flush the toilet, the bacteria from the toilet, if you flush it and don't put the seat down, the lid down, the bacteria from the toilet can travel 6 feet in diameter.
In any direction?
In any direction.
Oh.
So Mythbusters did something.
That's what I heard.
And Mythbusters did. No, it's worse than that. It don't matter if you put the toilet seat down, or the lid part down. The shit could travel. Shit particles is all the way in the kitchen.
Oh, because it's on your shoes and everything else.
Oh, from your toilet, the shit particles is all throughout the house. There's nowhere around it. It's on your toothbrush. You know what I mean? So you brushing your teeth with that shit.
I guess there's no point in rinsing it off before you brush your teeth, huh? 'Cause it's gonna be on there anyway, huh?
Shit, it's on the toothpaste. Y'all don't want to put the cap back on the toothpaste. Well, it's on.
Shitty breath, motherfucker.
Speaking of what you just.
Speaking of shit. Oh, my bad.
Nah, that's basic. You ain't gonna say shit.
Oh Lord.
No.
Okay.
Let me pull it up. Let's see. Because what we were talking about before with that conversation about the college football coach, chastising, rightfully so, chastising his players.
Oh no, I don't think it was chastising. I think it was a A lesson. It was teaching a lesson. It was giving game.
Okay, giving game to his players.
Yeah.
Because this just popped up in my head. Let me pull it up.
Damn, I had a question, but I forgot what the fuck it was. Oh, I do. I still do remember what it was. While you pull up that, I can ask this question, right? We just came off Thanksgiving, right? We just had Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And I don't want y'all to give the generic answer. And I also don't want y'all to go too deep. It's not that I don't want to go too deep of a question where we sitting up here crying or anything like that. It's not that type of question. But it's, the generic old question, what are you thankful for? Right? Mm. And I want to ask y'all what y'all thankful for. But I don't want to go like too deep of like, my parents still alive, my kids still alive, I'm alive. I want to just something that you're kind of thankful for over the past maybe 6 to 7 years. You done growth or something happened to where you're thankful that you got that underneath your belt. You got that in your repertoire, your tool bag or something like that. Get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or would y'all like me to go, can I just go first and then y'all can just piggyback off that?
Yeah, if you don't mind, because it's something I have to think about if we're not giving a deep answer.
Okay, so my thing is I'm thankful for my growth and me like growing to understand other things, like the simple fact of like talking to y'all, talking on this podcast every day is giving me better perspective of a lot of things on life and like my growth. Like I'm so hard on myself about a lot of things, like a lot of shit. Like I'd be down on myself saying I'm not here, I'm not there, I don't have this yet, I don't have that yet. But the growth that I have had in the last 5 to 7 years is like tremendous for me. You feel me? Like things I didn't accomplish that I think like I wasn't even really thinking about, but I did. And if I would have stuck with them a little bit more longer, I would be way farther than what I am. But I thank God for that growth, that understanding, that learning about, to adapt to things that's happened in my life real quickly and not like let it get down on me, not let me fumble the whole bag for my family or anything like that or for my friends around me. But I'm just thankful for that growth in the last 5 to 7 years.
That's deep.
Whatever, man. This nigga be wild.
So I'm gonna keep mine simple, man. I'm just happy to be alive, man. I'm thank God to
not
be alive.
Generic, bro.
Now, how's that generic?
That is kind of, because that's like everybody use though. Because I would have said that too.
No, you said because you wanted to go first, so I know you had to get something off your chest.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because you rarely be like, nigga, you went, I had to go tell him. So, which is fine. But I'm happy to be alive because I had different situations. So, without going through it, I mean, I don't feel like that's generic. I feel like being alive is very not generic.
No, I didn't want to, because that's why I didn't want to say generic. I didn't want to kind of use, because that verbiage and that word would be like, oh, you taking life for granted. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like the most common answer then.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's even though it's a common answer, I think it's a relevant answer because it's something that people do take for granted every day. You know what I'm saying? You wake up people don't give a blessing to God or, thank God for their blessings or whatever. So me being alive, I think it's not only important for me, but it's important for those people that depend on me. So I think that, again, not really generic.
For me, I settled on this answer. I think what I'm thankful for is the freedom of information. And specifically as it pertains to me, I'm thankful for my homies, my homie Razik, my homie, I don't know if they want they're on public platforms, Razik, Zeppelin, Danny. These are the guys that I have regular conversations with about trading. And I'm talking about day trading, like the information that I've gathered from them, and I can reach out to them at any point and ask questions about whatever it is that I may have questions about or clarifying something. They all have different ways that they explain the same thing. And through at least and even Cut, at least one of those 4 guys have a different way to explain something to help me understand the trading market better. So that's what I'm thankful for as far as the availability of information.
Absolutely. Naps and Beauty, what up? Cultivate, what up?
Yeah, what's going on? Sister Everyday, what's up? Cultivate, what's up? And I would like to ask y'all, too, in the clouds and the 3 followers that we have for right now, what are y'all kind of thankful for over this last couple, 5 to 7 years? Just 5. You can do 5. Like, what you really thankful for or whatnot like that? And, you know, Jerry Day love to just change rules to shit. He don't like following rules. You know, that's just who he is.
And when you didn't give him an exact definition, I mean, what's generic about being able? You got to realize, dude, in 2020, I had COVID, so that's very important.
He was the first case, though.
Right. It don't matter what case. That was 5 years ago. In your rules. That happened to me in 2019.
Damn,
that was in your rules. So there it is.
And I thought I was going to catch it because I was right next to you.
Yeah.
That's what confused me about that. And I think I caught it, I think, twice.
I ain't caught it yet. My family had it. My wife had it. My wife had it at our wedding. I mean, not at our wedding.
What? That was like...
No. Somebody brought it to our wedding, and that shit spread wildfire through our wedding. I'm just glad everybody didn't catch it. But my wife had it. My son didn't have it. I think everybody didn't have it but me.
And it's crazy because... it's crazy because that's... You would think so. As much as things were being portrayed about how contagious it is and how easy it is to spread from one person to the next and all that stuff, you would think that, yeah, if you're around anybody that has it, then you're going to get it. There's a really, really, really high chance that you're going to get it. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense? Like, that's what they were saying. Especially, like, if you touch anything, if you touch any doors, if you go grocery shopping and touch any buggies and touch any groceries and all that stuff, it's like all of these different things can be a reason why you catch it.
But I think
that sounded to me inconclusive, but
yeah, I think also too, they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about either. All administrations, all the government, they didn't even know what the fuck they were dealing with. Like, we was all around here figuring that shit out on the fly. Now all of a sudden it ain't too bad. You can come back to work after 2 days. It's not even as contagious. Like,
yeah,
it's like
5 days. First it was 5 days when it first came out. Then it was quarantine yourself for 5 days. Then it was 10 days.
I thought it was 7.
I think people was finessing that though. Like motherfuckers are, because I think for a while they
Wait,
had
Will, you got to get on mic, bro.
Yeah, what you think? Come tell us what you think for Mike.
Oh, Mike.
Will over these last 5 to 7 years.
Well, it looked like he in the middle of the game. We know that's there.
Oh yeah, my bad. Oh, he online. I gotta tell my wife that with my son online. Like, give him a second. When he get through with that, he can go do what you told him to do. But you know, I'm a gamer, so I know. You know, back in the day, your mama didn't get no fuck. When she said get up and do what she told you to do, get up now. You can be in the middle of online. Like, Ma, I can't just pause it like that.
Yeah, that's not
my
like that.
My team needs me right now.
I was thinking about that.
My team needs me.
I do what my mom do, boy. Turn that shit off.
I don't get no
and you playing on my profile anyway. Turn that shit off and do what I asked you to do. Care about that game, boy. I don't care about your KDI. That's my KDI. You fucking up anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the first thing that come to mind as far as what I'm thankful for.
Yeah. But I think, but I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, but I just wanted to put a button on it. Like, even though I try to put some stipulations on it, everybody is thankful for some. Like Jerry Day said, like, you know, we do kind of take, and I want to piggyback off that. A lot of people do kind of take life for granted sometimes, and it's a lot of situations that you've been in that you could not be here. It's a millisecond that you missed a car, missed you in the intersection. It's a millisecond that you walked out and you could have been struck by this or struck by that. So life is one of those things that we should not be just taking, you know, for granted or generic or anything like that. Like, it is one of those things that you should be grateful for. You should, when you get up in the morning, like, thank God and prayers and all that stuff. Like, somebody asked me today, like, you don't pray? I'm like, yes, sir. How you gonna tell me I don't pray, first of all? And I do pray every day. I drive on the road every day that I can, like, literally not make it back. Yeah. I know as generic as it sounds, and I do it on a regular basis, so it's like that. But I still always try to wake myself up like every day is different. This is not no tunnel vision type thing where you just, you know, keep going like this and doing like that. You feel me? So I try to be tunnel vision with a lot of, like, not try to be tunnel vision, but I try to do thank God and pray every fucking day that I get a chance to. Like, pray when I wake up. Pray when I go to sleep. What are you laughing at? What's so funny? Bree, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, Bree?
Bree, what's happening?
So
what's going on?
I try to pray every day when I wake up. I try to pray when I get in my truck to go to where I'm going. Then I pray again because I'm coming back 2, 3 in the morning. And anything can happen. So I always try to pray.
And I agree with that, man, because, like, just the other day, anybody know you come home because I stay out south. So I take 290 downtown, you know, get on the damn Ryan. And it's probably like 40 minutes from where I work at. And people on 290 are some of the worst drivers ever. Like, and I used to stay on the west side.
Okay.
So these dudes is terrible, like terrible drivers. So the other night I'm driving home. It's a little late, and you know how this is in between Harlem and Austin, and you know in the distance because I'm doing like 75, could be 80, left lane, and you know how you can kind of see something, but you can't really see it, but it look off, like it's something about up there is off, and as I'm approaching, I see that it's a Honda Fit in the middle of the road. He done crashed in the middle of the road. You can't see because the lights is out. Mm-hmm. And I'm, barreling down at 80 miles an hour. Like, sometimes I'd be sleepy. So, normally I'd be nodding off in my drive, right? But I happen to be up. So, I seen it. And what I did is I kind of cut across the lane, threw on my hazards so people behind me can kind of pay attention, so because you couldn't see them as you're approaching. But you can definitely see me and my hazards, being on, at least kind of wake you up if whatever you had. Yeah, because
it's a blinking light.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and then, I got around the car and carried on. I mean, this was an accident I wasn't going to stop for. Like, somebody looked like they was probably dead in that one. So. Yeah,
you ain't want to go to sleep with that shit on your mind.
No, I've seen too many accidents, and I've stopped for accidents, but that one is just like, nah, this one ain't for me. So, yeah, I mean, look, at any time, there's been times on 290, like, and this time I was kind of drowsy driving. And it was a tire in the middle of the street. I took that tire head on. I couldn't swerve. You see what I'm saying? You know how you kind of, then I look, 75 miles an hour was a tire right there. Like,
there's nothing you can do.
Nothing I could do. So I grabbed that steering wheel, and went right over.
Yeah,
boom, boom.
Hold on tight. Hoping it ain't fucking nothing up underneath my car.
Yep. Made it home without, bumping around. But yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. But I am on that. I just wanted to, just ask that. We always come out Thanksgiving thing. When you was a shorty, when you going to Thanksgiving dinner over Big Mama house, over Mama house, and all over that, over the grandma's house.
Big Mama.
Yeah.
Big Mama.
Brokies, over here with these brokies, That's all crazy, though. But no, I'll get back on subject. But when you used to go over there, everybody used to stand around, and when doing the prayer or the food, they go around and they even ask the kids, what are you thankful for from this year, right? Y'all remember that? Yeah. So, we need to start getting back into that and stuff like that. Like, really miss that type of times because people don't do that no more like it used to be. Well, we all go over the certain person's house every year for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it'd be my mama's house for us. My mother, she normally throws it, and then my aunt do, in between my aunt and my grandmother, they do, like, Christmas.
Okay.
I've held Thanksgiving, like, once. Yeah. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think I noticed that the further away we venture away from tradition, the worse things in family dynamics are.
Facts. We try to call that, what you said, a monarchy. What did you call it?
Matriarchy.
Yeah. But sometimes that matriarchy kept a lot of us in line, though. Not gonna lie, did it hurt us and did it hurt us and help us at the same time? It's all give or take who you ask, but overall, it kind of helped us because we got to see cousins that we didn't see all year round because we go our different ways. We got to go over there to see a grandma who's getting older and older. We don't know how much longer she got here. You get to, go take the walk with your cousins if you did that. You know what I'm talking about in the black family. Y'all go take that walk with your favorite cousin. Come back. If you know, you know.
Zooted and booted.
If you know, you know. If you don't know, I don't know what to tell you.
But is that because a lot of grandfathers, because my grandfather passed away when I was 3, at least on my mother's side. So a lot of us, when I was 3. So I really don't have a real recollection of a lot of black men or people in general having that grandfather like you had that grandmother around. It was blessed to have a grandfather. Like my great uncle, he recently passed away this year. And he was like a grandfather. He was like the patriarch of the family. So when we held the 4th of July picnics and stuff like that, he was the one really spearheading everything. So he was kind of like our, by proxy, our grandfather, But individual grandfathers, I don't know a lot of black people who really got grandfathers around versus their grandmother.
Yeah, and the grandmothers always kind of live longer than the grandfathers.
Who's Jay and Josh? I'm Jay. This must be Josh.
Lord have mercy. But yeah, grandmothers always kind of live longer than grandfathers. And we know what it is. Grandfather was always out there working, lack of sleep, always stressed out about the bills and making sure everything was straight. So, that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's okay. We got a couple comments I want to talk about. Nelson Beauty. Well, we'll address your, if you don't mind, we'll address your question after, because that pertains to what I was going to talk about when we catch up on our week. So, we already said hey to Cultivate. What's up, Bree? Bree said hey y'all. Marcus do too much. Talk about them toilet seats. 2K said like the live. Appreciate you, 2K.
Appreciate you, 2K.
Bria said Jay and Josh. She said the two of the same people. Is leaving the toilet seat up inconvenient to a woman? Me and Marcus was having a debate about that, and he is so inconsiderate.
Gravity is on y'all side. Just press it back like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? He left it up. Just do this. The gravity will take it the rest of the way now. It's not a problem.
I think either way, you're going to have to move a part of the toilet.
Yeah.
Toilet seat. Don't say toilet.
Toilet seat.
Motherfucking ass to think you even took the toilet from the left side of the washroom to the right side of the washroom.
Toilet lid, toilet seat.
If they that slow, then
hey,
So
you know,
be
it's the internet, you know.
So like, if let's just say that he leaves the toilet seat up, just like JV Day just said, all you gotta do is just that, and it moves the rest of the way itself. Or if the seat is down, you do more work lifting it up. You do more work lifting the toilet seat up so you can sit down than you do him leaving the seat up.
See, they want you to do the heavy lifting.
And then it was crazy. Like Ma had a great had a great counterpoint. It was like, all right, well, you want us to be considerate of y'all. Well, how do y'all be considerate of us in that And
that's my whole point. It's like we gotta bend over backwards for everything already. And it's nothing that's to consider either like, oh, if a man kind of speaks his opinion or whatever, he's sassy, he's acting like a little girl, he's doing all these other things because he's being considerate. Like, just do me any kind of fucking way. But motherfucking dudes are supposed to just bend over backwards everything for a woman says and a woman does. And that is crazy to me.
Yeah, if you talk about the big picture, yeah. I mean, I get what you're saying because not to cut off your point, but I was looking at something on IG yesterday. And it was basically about black men defending black women. And this black woman had something to say. And a guy responded quick, like she called him sassy and all this other shit.
Thank you.
And then so I go to her profile and I'm like, damn, okay, let me see what the fuck she looking like. Okay, looking black woman. But she happened to be running for mayor. I say, you online calling people sassy and all out their name and stuff like that, but you running for mayor. Your profile is public. You know what I'm saying? That could go left for you either type of way. You know what I mean? Especially this day and age.
Yeah, and it's like that is a microcosm of like the toilet seat thing is a microcosm as to how it's a small microcosm as to the overall picture of how, generally speaking, men are treated. Men are treated as a sacrificial lamb.
Thank you. And most of us don't say nothing. We just keep it up because that's just it is what it is. And you're talking about leave it how you found it. Most women taught us how to do and lift up the toilet seat. So that's where the fuck we got it from. So go talk to the women that fucking raised us about doing this. Because that's where it really comes from. Am I right or wrong? Most men have been raised by their mothers of how to leave the toilet seat up or down. Go talk to the women that raised us, your counterparts, your sisters, about how they did what they did. They taught us those ways. What the fuck are we talking about?
I feel like, again, I feel like.
Damn, am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Right. Most kids are raised. Most households are single mother households.
Thank you. And they the ones who raised us on how to lift the toilet seat and how to do it. And if as a grown adult you're still doing it the way she raised you, it is what it is.
But you're supposed to do away with them childish things. And what I'm saying is, fuck lifting that toilet seat up. All right? It's a couple things I'm not doing. It's lifting that toilet seat up. You know what I mean? My aim game is decent. And I'm not using the little flap on the drawers. No point of using that at all. Little flap on the drawers. You know what I'm saying? the zipper on your pants. Like, what the fuck is, who puts their little thing through there? That's dangerous.
Who puts off that bulb and start Oh, Lord.
You putting your thing through the zipper, the teeth?
Your thing through the zipper that can chop your shit
Yeah.
off. It's crazy.
The teeth on that thing,
It's crazy.
that's literally
right?
teeth.
You trying to get you a JJ, huh? You
Man,
trying to go get you the surgery
Yep,
without paying for the surgery, huh?
What they, coochie?
Oh, shit, man.
Oh man, welcome to your favorite after church podcast, the KNoWKi podcast. I am your man, Spaces.
Hey, I go by your boy Maul,
It's
man.
there every day.
Man,
Coochie,
what's
coochie, cool.
Coochie?
what's going on, man? How was we just had Thanksgiving?
Uh-huh.
We just had Thanksgiving. How was y'all last week and your Thanksgiving?
I'm keep it brief, man. It was great. You know, I mean, because we spent past 10 minutes talking shit, but you know, great. Thanksgiving came out pretty good. I did the turkey. Turkey turned out pretty good.
Oh, you did turkey?
Yeah, I did the turkey. I could cook a little bit. I get out. You know what I'm saying? But,
Oh, so you one of them black men who go to work, still know how to clean, still know how to cook too, take care of household just in case anything wrong.
yeah, I mean,
But black men don't do that.
I do what I got to do when I can do it. You know what I mean? It's, I mean, for me, first, it's always going to work.
That's the first thing.
That's without a doubt. Because if you don't go to work, you
Don't eat.
Everything else just falls apart, right?
So right.
Yeah, I know how to clean and I know how to, cook for myself and others. I don't always cook, of course. But when it comes down to it, I know how to do it and it's gonna taste decent.
It's gonna taste decent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ma, how about yourself? Anything?
Oh, mine was cool, man. I worked into the Thanksgiving day, 3:30 in the morning. You know how I do. Still got to get to work. I got to get to work. Yeah, what's going on, DXPH?
Yeah.
What up, bro?
So yeah, I gotta go to work and everything.
Yeah.
We say James.
Them salmon croquettes, you know.
Oh yeah, you have told me about yourself. You say your kids be like, you go cook salmon croquettes.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I got off like 3:30 in the morning. Still sleepy or whatever. Did Thanksgiving over the people's house.
Yeah.
It's just a normal little day. Most of my people are in Florida, brother in Georgia, so I don't get to see them on Thanksgiving like I used to, because I used to go down there every year, but I don't. No
That's
more.
a fact, boy. That boy do it to you, boy.
Be gone.
He said, "I'll talk to you later about it, but I'm gonna see my family."
I'll be going to Florida, but I have stopped, and I'm mad that I stopped, but it wasn't my fault that I stopped. It was because of COVID. That year of COVID fucked a lot of things up, and a lot of norms changed.
That
So
vid.
yeah, so overall it was just good, man. Thankful just to see and just to sit with family and just to chill. Love to hear the arguments. Love to see your older people arguing and this shit be funny, Older people start talking trash and talking shit. You just sit back and shut the fuck up. There's grown folks talking. You feel me? Mm-hmm. So, hey, it was pretty good for me.
For me, it was amazing.
What you cook? Spaces.
His fork and his spoon.
That's it.
I ain't never heard Spaces cook.
That's crazy. You cook the spoon? That's crack shit.
We on that type of pod today.
Yeah.
No, I didn't cook anything. But I did have a fulfilling Thanksgiving, specifically because my cousins, whom I pretty much grew up with, we consider each other brothers and sisters. We all have a Facebook group chat, and this was the first Thanksgiving I've seen where they were all working together and passing recipes, specific recipes, back and forth and teaching each other how to do different things. So that was fulfilling to me because it's like, man, I love to see this. This is what the Thanksgiving that I've been a part of that I really like. Everybody's in different locations, right? Mm-hmm. Some people are in California, some in Texas, some in Florida. So obviously everybody has different lives. Some people have kids, some don't. So it'll be a real big task to try to get everybody into one singular location. But just the fact that we were all sitting hours on end talking about different things and listening to them say, like, my cousin, my oldest cousin, she was teaching people how to make certain things. I forget which one. I think it was how to cook. I forget what it was specifically.
Dress them.
But I don't remember what it was. But she was seeming like the mother of the group, passing different recipes down. Like, don't you put no this and that on my turkey or whatever. Don't you do this and that on my whatever it was that they were talking about. I'm like, this feels great. This feels great. There will be a year soon enough where we will all be in one place again and get to kick it and hang out with each other and laugh and have fun.
Yeah.
So this one was, yeah, absolutely loved it.
Hey, you done?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No, I don't want to go because I know he's going. But I got a quick Mandela effect.
I have a question after you're done.
Absolutely. So a quick Mandela, if you guys are familiar with Mandela effect, is basically something that you kind of remember as when you was a child or coming up, a spelling or something or something like that. But now, as you progress, you know, it's something else. Like, so for once, it's the Bearstein Bears, and now they call it the Bearstein Bears, Sta인, or a stain or some shit like that, instead of Steen. But was it? This is for people who make stuffing, but we always ate dressing. That's black people. But for stuffing, do you remember it being Kraft? Kraft stove top stuffing or Stouffer's stove top stuffing?
I think it was Stouffer's, wasn't it?
I thought it was Stouffer's.
Because that's back in the day. Kraft just started making that shit then.
Yeah.
Because back in the day, it was Stouffer's. I could have sworn. Because I just asked my girl the same thing. I'm like, what's kind of the difference? Because it's almost like the same, ain't it?
What?
It's dressing and stuffing.
No, dressing is for black people only. Stuffing, niggas, stuffing this shit they sell at Boston Market. That's the shit. Let me get some of that and some stuffing. Yeah.
Yeah. So Stouffer's is what I recall from my past. I don't know of Kraft.
I didn't even know they really made some shit. That's some new shit.
Yeah. No, that's what they're trying to say, though. It's always been Kraft.
No,
and it's never been Stouffer's. I said, nigga, it was
red
Stouffer's.
Box.
Red box.
Yeah, red box with Stouffer's on there.
No, they say no. It ain't never been that. And that's what we're trying to.
Who said that?
That's the Mandela effect. That's what I'm saying.
But how old was the people that said this? How old were they?
No, this is online, so if you were to Google it, it's no longer saying Stouffer's.
Nah, Google line.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm going to go holler at them because I got stock in them. Y'all need to change that shit.
Well, yeah, get them right. Get on the right page. You know?
You know?
So I wanted to go back to Nelson Beauty's question before I forgot because it ties into what I wanted to talk about.
She say Chick-fil-A versus Chick-fil-A. Yep, because I do not remember the K on that motherfucker. Yep, you absolutely right.
I thought it was always a K.
No, I thought when it came out it was just the C, and then they added the K.
Oh, I thought because I always remember that's the K.
You remember as the K?
Yeah.
I never remember a K being on there.
That's what I'm saying. I thought that was new.
Because I didn't really. I guess when y'all used to go down, I recently just started eating Chick-fil-A when it came here.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't eating it when I was going out of town because I really didn't know nothing about it. So that's when you probably saw the C when you were out of town, right?
No, I saw the C here when they first came here.
Oh, well, I always saw the K.
So I want to ask you guys, Nelson Beauty's question. She said, do you all think tradition, culturally speaking, do you all think tradition keeps certain people back?
Depends on the tradition. Because here's the thing about, all right, something I was thinking about Thanksgiving. And I feel like with Thanksgiving, they're trying to, and hopefully this kind of adds to the question, you know, whatever, your question. But I feel like they're trying to erase Thanksgiving and hop right into Christmas. Because if you look at, like, slowly erase it, like, but if you look at right after Halloween, they start putting up the Christmas shit. And then they start having Christmas sales, like, lighting up the Christmas tree before Thanksgiving. Like, we got a whole nother holiday right here that's coming up. And I feel like they're trying to erase that and just go right in, you know, erase the tradition that we know of. I've always grown up with Thanksgiving. I'm sure you guys too, right? So, but, you know, just to answer, do I think it holds you back? Tradition, again, it depends on what the tradition is. And something like Thanksgiving, I don't think it holds us back.
That is a great question. And that's a great point you made, too. It depends on what tradition you're talking about. Because you can be some bad traditions that's been passed on through generation. It's like, we no longer need that shit. That shit need to die. Like being gangster, like in the hood or whatever. And I don't know if I'm probably...
Hold on, Lord.
Well, I don't know if this. Yeah, I don't know if this tying on. Yeah, I was buffering. I was buffering. Yeah, I don't know if this kind of tied in or I'm trying to sway it up. But like being gangster, like from being in the hood and being down, like doing criminal activity is making you a real N-word. You feel me? Instead of Mr. Johnson going to work every day, that's the real man right there, though. But they want to be real inroads in a tradition. Like, I guess I don't know if I'm trying to like sway it or trying to. I guess, do y'all get where I'm like, trying to say or come from or no?
To a degree, I think something like more tradition. All right, so you remember Soul Food, the movie?
Yeah.
Right, and they will always have their Sunday. I always do it every Sunday, but what was kind of what killed Big Mama was
the food?
The Lowry seasoning salt, as they say. You know what I mean? But it was definitely the food, and something like that. Even though it gathers everybody together, it's a tradition that also kind of devastates the black community because of the food. It's going to cause high blood pressure, diabetes, you know what I mean? Just a lot of different shit because of the food. You think about our Thanksgiving food, that's the shit we eat throughout the year, adding turkey. You know what I'm saying? You think about greens, macaroni and cheese,
sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie is gonna be coming. Yeah, you add some sweet potato pie, but I'm just saying that's basically the shit we eat throughout. Somebody might bring some baked chicken or some other stuff.
Banana pudding.
Yeah. But that's just normal Sunday. That's normal Sunday shit though.
Yeah, that's normal Sunday shit.
If you're having a nice Sunday dinner, like
you go
Easter,
to a soul food restaurant, you can get some peach cobbler.
Yeah.
We got that.
But now, I'm glad you said that and you brought me back on track with that because I was just talking to my wife about that too. It's like, you know how you used to like eating leftovers? I'm like, I want that shit that one day, throw the rest of that shit away. And I told my family, don't cook all that anyway, because we throw a lot of it away. We tend to overcook, and we throw a lot of it away. And I think that Thanksgiving, yes, but the food options, we should change them.
Yeah, it could be, and you switch it up, and I think we
can like barbecue or something, throw some chicken or some steak on the grill or something like that. We can maybe throw one, little hog on there if you want to or whatnot like that, but not as much of it. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I understand where you're coming from when you say, even though it brings us together, the food-wise, we can change it to go a little bit more healthier options.
Yeah.
You feel me?
That's a very good point because one of the models that I go by is diabetes and high blood pressure aren't nearly as hereditary as the recipes that cause them are. We pass down all the same things traditionally, all the same recipes, but all the same amount of sugar, maybe more or less, and to the desserts, into all this stuff that we're not supposed to be. I don't know if y'all saw it, but I posted
corn.
A video. Yeah, exactly. It's a video of corn, but then the person, whatever recipe they put together, made it like a smothered corn.
It's like I saw it because I sent it to my wife, and she was. I sent
it looked like a roux. Not a roux.
No, it was a garlic Parmesan corn.
Yeah, and it looked delicious.
And what spaces say? I know this shit is bad, but I won't see it. If I'm not wrong, right? That what so many words what you said, right?
I said this is a prime example of how we take healthy things and make them unhealthy. Dot. Yes, I want some.
but it's right though, because it looks delicious. But I'm not a corn person, so it wasn't that appealing to me.
I think in regards to that, it's moderation.
Yes.
Right? It's moderation.
Yeah, moderation is big.
Because if for instance, I was talking to somebody and they're pescatarian and they're thinking about incorporating, steak and beef and meats and stuff like that back into their diet. And I was just like, your body's probably going to reject it at first because they said like they've been pescatarian for 6 years. Mm-hmm. Your body's going to reject it at first. You might feel a little sick, but I don't think anything's wrong as long as you do it in moderation. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but no, I say that I wanted to ask that question or emphasize that question from Nasty Beauty because she, one of the things that I almost forgot about before she asked was, went to a Thanksgiving service on Thursday.
You went to a Thanksgiving service?
Thanksgiving service. It was.
I didn't know they had Thanksgiving service. Tradition. This place that I went to, the church that I went to, been doing the Thanksgiving service for years. Oh, okay.
For years.
Can't give them a shout out.
Now, here's the thing.
Nope. Just get right over that shit. Nope.
Here's the thing.
Must wasn't good.
It was terrible.
No, that's why. Okay.
It was terrible. It's like I think this is first of all, it's only like 40 people here, which where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, they'll all be in their midst. Okay, I'm not arguing that. I'm saying it's different when you're having a service because you want people to be there in the name of Jesus and all that. But it's different when the majority of your service is people giving testimonies, but they're only giving testimonies because you specifically called them out to make a testimony.
How long was the service?
It was an hour. But if people weren't called up to make their testimonies, probably been like 20 minutes. What's up, Be Humble?
Be humble, yo. What's
Yeah,
going
what
on?
up? You think that was like an assignment from last week? Like, did you go last week?
What you mean?
Like,
Did you go to Sunday before
did you go
Thursday?
the Sunday before and maybe they already had an assignment? Because
no,
if
no.
you think about it, if it's a small church, that pastor may know them individually. Hey, somebody, will call you up.
This is a place that has traditionally been going to. So I've never...
Oh, you've been going to before?
Yeah, I've gone to
Okay.
this place before. You remember the story I told you about when I could lay on the pew? This was back before we made it to YouTube. When I told you
Before
the
we
church
made it-
was...
We made it to YouTube, my nigga. Yeah, we here.
and where we made it. But when I said the church used to be full, it used to be packed, and you got to turn sideways to get through people. Now you can lay on the pews because the church is so empty.
Yeah.
Remember the story I told you about a long time ago?
Yeah.
This is the same place.
Oh.
So it's the tradition for them to have this service. But the reason why I started to get annoyed because we know most people know what the experience in the black church is. Starts a little bit late and ends when it ends. And after every single testimony, the person that was on the mic wanted to sing.
Oh.
And that's, bro, it's those types of songs. Those types of songs, I'm like, first of all, don't nobody under the age of 50 know what this song is. Maybe in 45, maybe 40. I'll give you 40.
How old were they? Are they an older crowd?
The majority of this particular crowd, yeah, the older crowd. And that's a part of the reason why I was thinking, and it also jogged my thought process as to why the church is dying. Because it's kind of like people in Congress. Like they've been in this tradition for so long that they've gotten stuck in their ways, and they're now incapable of being able to adjust into the times.
Mm-hmm.
There's modern churches that adjust to the times, and when you adjust to the times, you start allowing things that wouldn't necessarily be allowed in church.
And I think, okay, one reason why I like certain artists is because they continue to make music. They see what the overall music in particular, they see what the overall sentiment of music is, and then they make their version of what the overall sentiment is.
Okay.
Right? So as opposed to, like, imagine music from, like, R&B music from the 70s and 80s and that particular style of music in 2024. Like, it's a whole different style and how everything is going. Like, you can adjust a little bit.
Yeah, but is ultimately, I mean, praise and worship is a part of church, but ultimately the message that's what you're there for, right?
Different aspects of the service reach out to different people.
I get it, but if you consistently go to church for praise and worship and disregard the message, you're there for basically club time at church. You know what I mean?
Club time at church.
Yeah, it becomes that. Like, it's still supposed to be a message that you're supposed to be getting. I mean, you can sing your way through this shit or whatever, but it's about the message,
right? And
out the Bible, not singing your way through the Bible,
right? And the message for me, it went over my head. I didn't even know what was going on, to be honest. But
is it because they ain't played the Kirk Franklin or the?
Well, I mean, I can separate because I grew up in the church. I can separate the two. I know when it's time to sing, time to hug people, whatever, and time to listen to the word. I was just so mentally gone at that point because even with these older songs, the person would continue constantly singing the song. Like, when it's a good point, like you sing the song for 15 seconds, just like an intermission in between the two people that are going up to the mic to say their testimony. Mm. Okay, cool. You got a solid 10, 15 seconds. This end up lasting 45 seconds, minute and a half, because you kept singing. Like, come on. And it's an old song. You don't have any other younger gospel songs that you can sing?
They old people.
But they do it,
You
though.
want the old people to start singing out the gospel version of Sexy Red. It's like,
no,
you know
not
what
even,
I'm saying?
not even, because I believe
up-to-date.
in full separation of that.
No, I'm just saying an up-to-date version. Like, a lot of times if you 60, 70 years old, you don't know the new gospel joint.
They do it though at that church.
They know the new gospel shit.
They know the younger gospel songs.
Oh, okay. What stick to them?
Well, what they saying, I guess.
Jesus on the main line, tell them what you want. Jesus on the main line, tell them what you want. Yeah. Right? That's going to get it cracking, then we're going to, right here, 1 Peter, get right to it.
But that doesn't appeal to the younger crowd that you want to be in the church for them to stay there and grow in the church. You know
cool.
what I mean?
So if that's not going to get you in the church, I feel like a lot of stuff like that becomes, you're finding a reason not to be in the church. Because you can either go create your own church with younger people, but then y'all allowing little weird shit going on in church, right? And I'm just keeping it being. Y'all allowing little weird stuff that's going on in church. A traditional church, you know what I mean? Again, I've never really been a super big fan of praise and worship. I thought it was cool a little bit, even with even with the contemporary gospel music. I'm not a super big fan of this. You see what I'm saying? Just give me the word so I can get up out of here. I'm here for the word. I'm not here for all the playing and and dancing and fake all that, because y'all did that last night in the club.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just one of the things that when it said when Nas and Beauty said tradition holding people back. It's like, I think that's a contribution to why I think there is a middle ground that can be met without changing the rap lyrics in Sexy Red to saying, instead of whatever wild thing she says, to Jesus and God, like a lot of songs that Kirk Franklin does, and Ty Tribbett even did it, where you can not go to that polarizing end from this polarizing end. You can meet in the middle.
But is that going to keep you from out of the club wilding and singing the Sexy Red part?
But see, I'm fully against that.
Oh, you might be, but again, the people would be the same people. They didn't hear whatever they had. Then these days we want the contemporary church or whatever. They have the same thing on at the club that they got at the church. They don't know how to separate the two. I get it to come as you are, but you don't have to come with the shit from the club on last night.
That's a fact.
That's another contribution why the church is dying.
But then again, I can wear what I want to wear.
And you can. And end up where you end up. God gonna run the tape. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
All right. But that was that. Now, let's finally get into these topics. So, we got this thing J. Day sent us.
What I send y'all? I be sending shit. Oh.
All right, let's see.
Elementary school. The mother's post about this online has since gone viral. Meanwhile, the school district is saying the students were, quote, horseplaying. Our Alexis Wainwright spoke with those parents exclusively and shares their story tonight. Alexis?
Well, Simone, I spoke with the parents who say they're angry, hurt, and confused, but they're also thankful that their son is still here. And tonight they're calling for transparency and answers from the Charles County Public School District.
If you look at my son, he has marks under his eyes, like blood vessels.
He still has bruises on his neck from being choked.
It's hard to hide emotion as these two parents who don't want to be identified talk about their son. They're hoping for answers after they say their son was hung by a 4th grade student in the boys' bathroom Friday.
He's traumatized.
Right.
It's going to take time. This is not something that he's going to get over just overnight.
Paperwork from the hospital lists one of his injuries as a neck contusion, which is caused by blunt trauma.
After an incident at a local elementary school. The mother's post about this online has since gone viral. Meanwhile,
So what do you guys think about that? Do you think it was attempted hanging, or and not only that, like, who do you think is the culprit? The people that did it, the child that did it.
So they didn't.
They never showed. At least of now, I don't know. I mean, it's been 2 weeks ago, so I didn't see. But
so they didn't show who did it, what color was he, none of this stuff. It's just like,
they didn't even show his parents. Normally some shit get out of line. They want to show black people parents and.
Bro, that is disturbing. That's bro, I don't know.
I just wonder. I'm sorry. Are you done?
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I like that shit is like really disturbing. Like you ready to go fuck a whole bunch of stuff up.
Yeah. Especially
of your kids. Like your kid was caught and they have no answers. They have no nothing.
And he's a second grader. They're a fourth, or the person that.
Why are they in the same bag going in the bathroom at the same time anyway, though? It's not like this is high school and that's a freshman and a senior. It's different. When you in grammar school like that, it's usually
bathroom time.
Yeah, it's usually bathroom time. It's usually fourth graders going, second graders going, sixth graders. It's going by class.
Yeah.
They never really together like that. They don't mix that like that.
And be humble. I know that's in I know it's in your state, I believe. So maybe you got a little bit more insight on what, if you even heard of it. I don't know. Maybe they showed some shit.
It's tough because, in one hand, you know that racism to the old school, actually hanging people from trees, is still alive somewhere in America. You know, there's some people that still believe in that. There's some people that still practice that. In fact, there was a story maybe 2 or 3 months ago now, where it was a truck driver that was found in somewhere on the East Coast hanging from a tree or something like that.
North Carolina.
In North Carolina.
Mm-hmm. There was a few of them, actually.
So it's definitely something that's continuing to happen. It's just, like you said, like Maul said, how did my curious brain, what is the step-by-step of this? Like, how is this one, what, second grade?
Yeah, he's in second grade.
Second grade.
The victim.
And the fourth grader, are they in the bathroom alone?
Mm-hmm.
Are there other people involved? Is this something, I don't know, because there's so many questions that can be asked from it. Like, I would be curious to hear what the testimony of the child is.
Yeah, even if he's able to, speak about it. I heard he's traumatized.
He's
but
probably terrified.
It's interesting because the media is always willing to spin things, spin the narrative, right? So, just to give you an idea of how they'll spin the narrative, it was something on world news with this truck, and they just showed this truck kind of spinning out of control. It's like, damn, he's a fucking idiot, right? But then later on this YouTube video, it shows why the truck spun out of control. Obviously, it was snowing. And
black ice.
Yeah, no, what happened was it was another vehicle going the wrong way, and the truck was trying to avoid it. So it looks like the truck driver was the idiot.
Like he on drugs.
Right, but they spent the narrative like, basically, watching you got idiot-ass truck drivers out here. So what I'm saying in regards to this is they'll try to spin the narrative and how you looking another way. They always try to do that. Like, they're always misleading. When it comes to the news, they're always misleading, misreporting, misdoing their job. So,
yeah, they're going to do whatever. Like we were talking about last week, clickbait.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're going to do whatever. They're going to phrase the story in whatever way is going to bring the most eyeballs to their platform.
Yeah.
You remember what I was saying? I think I was talking to all y'all, and we were talking about before the pod thing, how they try to spin because they don't like Deion Sanders' son. He gets all this attention. The story was on the clickbait because I saw the game live.
Yeah.
They said he pushed the ref. Then, after I said all that, they say he won't be suspended for it. I'm like, why would he be suspended for it anyway? The story, they didn't show the whole thing or tell the whole story because he got tackled, and at the bottom of pads, if you play football, a lot of dirty shit happens.
Yeah, try to poke you in the eye and do all type of shit.
But the camera caught all of this. They kneeing him, they punching him, they bowing him in his head and all this. So, and that's the case, you jump up because you're trying to get everybody off you and push him off because they doing all this to you. But the news clip was he pushed the ref. That's not what happened. But like we say, if you don't hear the whole story and get the whole context, you'll be like, oh, he's just an idiot. He's just like whatever. You'll go by the news clip and say, oh, what is he doing? He's stupid. He needs to be suspended. But that's not what happened.
Yeah, and even with all of these things that we talk about on a weekly basis, for a split second, I still fall for what the headline of it is.
Mm-hmm.
I still fall for it. And after knowing what the subject matter is, I have to jump back after, I don't know, X amount of time. I have to jump back and think about all of the different factors that go into what might have happened. Because for all, like kind of what Jerry Day was saying, this could be something that's spun in a whole different way. But it's just wild that this is even still something that can be reported about. I guess people can make things up if they want to. So, in regards to that, but how did you see anything about how they found out this happened?
The teacher ended up. I don't know if the teacher ended up running in the bathroom or somehow, like, yeah. The teacher
So he could have been dead.
Yeah, he could have died. Yeah.
So it wasn't like he was down and he came to them and said he need help.
Yeah, no.
He was still in there.
Yeah,
the
he was
teachers
still
went in
hung
there
up,
and got him down or whatnot like that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's wild.
That teacher fucked up too.
That's what I was just about to say. Imagine what the teacher thought.
Oh no, that's a strong 9-year-old though to put him up there.
That is another great point. Like, even if he was on the ground and the 9-year-old wrestled him, put this around his neck, throw it over there, you still got to bring him off the ground. Like this, like you say, this is a strong-ass 9-year-old if that is that case.
Yeah, it's a strong 9-year-old.
Like, this is almost like adult probably did this shit.
Yeah, it might be.
That man, I see.
Hit them comments.
Yeah. So DHBX says stuff and be nasty AF. They added the K. Chick-fil-A added the K. The K is for crack. Be Humble said, what's up, what up? Be Humble said, hey, bro, all good over here. How are things your way? Now some beauty. Apostle Frederick Price would say to read the lyrics. Some songs aren't written to worship Christ. That's facts. And
KC Price.
Like Lovely Day by... Well, I mean, I guess it's acceptable, air quotes, acceptable. Lovely Day by Kirk Franklin.
Oh, yeah.
And then All Right by Ty Tribbett. One of my favorite, possible top 2 favorite gospel artists. Like, come on, man. DHPX said it's been good over here. Cultivate laughed at us. Be humble. Glad to hear, brother. I'm here watching my Steelers. DHPX said this is why black kids need to not be in public schools. Bria said that's messed up. DH said, but hey, who am I? Cultivate. So a modern day lynching amongst kids. My God, today. That's I didn't even think about that until J. Day said it. Like, it's at least 2 kids, right? That had to do this lynching. At least 2 kids. Because it's tough to believe that one did it.
I don't even think it was a kid, period, though. To be honest with you. Like what Jerry Day said. I don't think that was a kid in any concept. Because when you look at it, like, I understand kids are smarter than what they ever been. Mm-hmm. Wise, but they don't have common sense. They don't have the street sense or nothing like that. But
thanks.
But to have the wherewithal, the strength, everything to know to do that, that is crazy.
Like,
when you think about it. Like he said, that was a 4th grader. We ain't even talking about 5th, 6th, or whatever. 4th. 4th is what? 8, 9?
8, yeah.
To have the strength to do that? Come on now, let's think. Let's really go. Like, it's an adult involved in this shit some type of way. That wasn't a kid.
Then to know what knots to tie on the rope.
That's an adult. That's not a kid. And that's why I don't think that they showed the family, why they have not told and brought everything out to the forefront, because this is some type of adult that did this.
That's wild. Let's see. DHPX said this ain't new. Cultivate said, I would like to know if the other students are white. They didn't even say what school it was, did they? I didn't hear it.
No, I didn't see. I didn't do any further research. I kind of assumed that the other students had to be white, at least because it's like, why don't you show their parents? What their parents got to say about it?
That's true.
Because any other time you would show the black kids' parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if it was any situation the other way around.
Mm-hmm. And he was quick to say that he was black.
Why tell his race? You had his mamas them blocked out.
Mm-hmm.
You could have been any type of race. You could have blurred their voice and everything if you had them blocked out.
DHPX said, no, what did he say? Be Humble said, it's a weird story. DHPX, you know he was white. Be Humble, they're not giving a lot of details. Perfect response right there. DHPX said, honestly, I'm tired of hearing about it. All N-words going to do is shake their heads and not actually take action. what could you do in this type of situation? Like, obviously, you would, to go after the school, go after teachers and everything. I'm talking about specific to the child and their parents. What could you do? I mean, because you don't know who did it at this point.
Fuck crazy and nut the fuck up.
So I seen a video was sent to me, I think earlier this week, could have been last week, and there was a black father. I'm not sure if I sent it to the group.
I know what you're talking about.
There was a black father. His son was raped, and he killed everybody else. He killed everybody that was involved and stood there. Oh, I think the police is coming for me. You know what I mean? And I think, sometimes you got to go in that direction. Now, you may have other kids especially, but if that's your only child, I think it should turn up. Do I think everybody black is going to look out for your child or look out for you specifically? No, I don't think so. I don't think everybody's going to do something for you specifically, but I think if you're the parent, that's incumbent upon you to get some get back.
I stand on business like you always say.
Yeah,
people always talking about keep that same energy, but when it's time to keep that same energy, they don't.
Yeah,
it's just keep the same energy. Like, I'm not telling you what to do or what not to do. I'm not telling you what I will do because I don't know. I'm not in that situation. I only know if I was ever in that situation what I would do.
It was Dustin. Dustin, what up?
Dustin, what's good, bruh? Welcome to the live stream. I don't think I've ever seen you here. Welcome.
Dustin, what's going on? But it's all up depending, like what DXPH say. It's all depending on to that individual. I don't know what, like we said, because I think didn't DXPH say that one more time? Say that again. He said this verbatim when we had another subject like this, and it's true. It's exactly true what he do. All we do is beat our chest saying what we would and would not do, and we ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, he said that before. I remember that.
And it's an honest to God truth question. But I think it's upon whoever family that is. You are the leader of your family, so you have to do something about that. I don't think everybody else finna go crash out about your family.
Yeah.
That's my point about it. When it comes to that, it's like people will march and do all that stuff, but what you really want some real change, you're gonna have to go do and crash out about your own family.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you what to do, but you gotta crash out for yours. And if a lot of us started doing that, then people be like, okay, motherfuckers crashing out and they've been crashing out on a lot. We're gonna have to stop doing this shit.
Because clearly y'all don't have no problem crashing out.
Yes.
I've seen 2 videos today where you niggas is crashing out over pussy. So
that's true.
Crash out over your kids.
That's true.
You feel me?
And it all depends on the mama, the father, the uncles, the brothers, the sisters, the cousins. Your own little tribe gonna have to do something about that. Mm-hmm. Because if I go do something, like, I'm not for to take myself away from my family or go get involved in that to take myself away from my family. Now, who's out here for my family?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's all on that level. It's all the individual. I will answer DXP's question. It's all on the individual of who that done to. Because I know what you gonna do if that was your kid and what you gonna do.
Yeah. Like Mike Tyson, famous crazy. Everybody got a plan to get in the mouth.
Yeah, your brother got you.
Right.
That's when your brother step in to take care. Like, I know what you had to go do. Both of us can't do it, so I'm gonna step in. I got your kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's when family and everything come together after that, because they know what you have to do. I don't want everybody going down for this, because we still need another man here to raise our kids. So that's the thing where you gotta take care of your own right there in that sense. But I agree with you on that.
What do y'all think would be an acceptable repercussion for anybody involved? I'm talking about from the air quotes child or children to teachers to the principal to whatever. Oh, yo, Sing, what's been up, bro? I ain't gonna call you MS. I'm gonna call you Sing. What's been up, man? Where you been hiding at?
MS, what's going on, Joe?
But no, so what do y'all think would be a proper repercussion for anybody involved? Like, who should the parents of the victim go after?
Sing, I like Manchester United. I fuck with Liverpool too. But I think everybody involved need to be getting some type of repercussions. You know, person who actually did it, committed it, they should be getting the most time. You know.
Well, what do you think?
Man, look, man, before my mama passed a long time ago, she used to tell me, if you ain't have nothing nice to say or nothing nice to do, don't say nothing at all. Yeah. So what I got in my mind about what they need to happen to them, because y'all know I'm an extremist. I ain't with the, they just need, nah, I'm not with that. I'm with the, to the most extreme. So I'm gonna just keep my comments to ourselves, so we won't be getting blackballed or blacklisted or whatever fuck you want to do. Cause I'm on some other type shit. Like cause that type of shit right there. If I can't protect my kid, who else will? Yeah. My kid looked at me for protection from. I'm the first person. Not his uncle, not his brother, not the police, not nobody. I'm the first line. If you got kids, you're the first line of protection for your kids. So if you're not willing to crash out about your kids, I don't know what to tell you, but you shouldn't have had none. That's just my opinion. And I'm talking about crash out in a way where, like, whole family line need to get deleted.
Yeah, no doubt.
I ain't fuck all that talking about just no. Everybody, dog too.
Damn, even the dog?
Yes.
Even the dog.
If your old mama in there, she gonna get it too. Everybody. Because you birthed this bullshit that did that to my kid. So we need to cut this off. How they say if you can go back and travel and kill a baby or whatever happened to this mass murders, would you do it?
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm going to just dial mine back and let Spaces go ahead and go and say what he want to say.
So I think when it comes to that, I think the at the very least, the first I don't want to say line of defense, the first person that comes to mind to be held accountable for this is the principal. And if not the principal and or the teachers. I don't know if what school this was. You said it was in D.C., right, or Washington?
Oh, it's in Maryland.
Maryland.
So, one of the counties in Maryland.
Yeah. Does this school have cameras aimed at through the hallway so we can see who went in and out of this bathroom? Is there some sort of record to see who was in what class and when they got what Cultivate said? Where are the hall monitors? Which I don't know. That's probably not even a thing anymore. But how did this? There's so many questions that are unanswered. How did this happen? Like I think Maul said it earlier. How did they end up in a bathroom at the same time to where this could happen?
When you in grammar school, 4th and 2nd graders and all them upper class is not with the younger kids. I don't care what you're talking about, unless they're like a teacher monitor or something, or the teacher, they helping the teacher, their teacher assistant or something like that. That's the only way a teenager or something is in there with the kids. Any older kid is not in there. Like, it's all by grade and by age. 2nd graders go to lunch, 3rd graders go to lunch. It's so on and so forth like that. Mm-hmm. But it's never like a grade or 2 up where they all in the same thing, working the same hallways, and no, it don't work like that.
DHPX said ain't no hall monitors. Be Humble said mother got a lawsuit on her hands. Takes more than one. He said it takes more than one kid, like Ma was saying earlier.
I think it's an adult. I don't even think it was 2 kids. Because, like, I understand we say kids are smart, but we giving the kids a little too much credit for this one. And if it is, I'll walk back my words and say them little motherfuckers are smart. I'll walk back my words. But I don't think that was a kid in no shape or form. I think that was some type of adult or some type of real upperclassman. I'm talking about, like, freshman, junior, senior type shit, like, for real. I don't think it was nobody below the 6th grade that did that.
Let's see. Bria said, and it was clearly planned. So, yeah. Man Meat and no Diddy. DHPX going back and forth about soccer. DHPX being the troll that he is.
That's our resident troll. He gonna get you.
Everybody get it. Just so y'all know.
Yes.
Everybody get it from DHPX. All right. So, I don't know why that's even up there. All right. It's another one.
Chips. Fish and chips. Like fish and chips. No, they're good.
By the way, in the meantime, thank you guys for kicking it with us. Hit the like button. Share this with at least 2 people. At least 2 people. Tell them that your favorite After Church podcast is live right now. We having some great conversation. Come kick it with us, everybody. All right. Just another one J Everyday sent us. Let's check it out. Let's see.
Those I've seen in a while.
Can I don't delete the footage? Oh, you want to talk now? So which one of you did it? My stepdaughter was up here. She said the guy behind the counter was over here kissing her hand. She is underage. She is 15 years old. So who did it? So who did it?
It looks to me like he did it.
if I did.
You know, the dude who said if I did.
Like oh, so now it's if I did, my intentions weren't like that. But guess what? When the police come to get me, they take me to jail too.
Oh, okay. Well, here we go. I'm pressing it on.
You know it's locked. He's scared. No, girl, please. You going to jail. Right with it.
Destruction of property. You ain't got to do all that. We ain't not in prison anymore, damn it.
Nothing like that, sir.
Put your hands out. Put them out.
Nothing like that, sir. Please trust me.
Unlock the door to go to police.
Unlock the door. The police here.
It's unlocked.
It's unlocked. Oh, I know this officer.
Shit, all you gotta do is run the camera back.
All right, I was trying to help you out.
It's unlocked, sir.
Who do that? Y'all.
That's my daughter.
You weird ass.
Run that camera. She's underage and he was up here kissing on her hand.
Okay, hold on. I said, what the fuck you doing? Why you arrest nobody yet?
Y'all from you already know. You know me. I said, I know this officer.
You're supposed to jump through that little hole.
He was kissing on my stepdaughter's
Y'all with
hand.
them?
No, they was just customers in here.
Okay, y'all go ahead and
Y'all go ahead. No, go ahead. Take yourself and go. Take yourself and go. Y'all got some
Call
good
Dwayne and
shit.
tell him to
Y'all
be
better
on
get
Definitely gonna take some stuff with you.
Twinkies in your pocket.
Yeah.
What happened?
Call Dwayne and tell
Yeah,
him to
kitchen
get me out of
people.
here.
Okay.
Run that cameras. They ain't gonna talk to my stepdaughter. She around the corner. I'll go to jail for this.
I know. Okay.
I don't give a fuck my kids.
Y'all slow. Y'all
Those gas stations, you know, flirting. Yeah.
It do not. It is not.
My stepdaughter just told me that the guy behind the counter was kissing on her hand.
Didn't want to let her hand go with shit while she trying to pay for her stuff.
She ain't number.
What happened? The maid, but she came in the stove.
No, talk to me. Talk to me.
She came in the stove, and the maid, like behind the counter or whatever, was kissing on her hand. Didn't want to let her hand go with shit. Was trying to pay for her stuff.
When was this?
Just a few minutes ago. That's
Not too long ago. When I pulled up to the house, they told me.
Okay. Who was with her?
My her best friend, my daughter, and her best friend. They was together.
Any adult?
No adult.
Oh, so they just walked up here or something?
Yes.
From the house?
And they 15 and 16.
Yes.
Gotcha. Where they at now?
They at home.
Okay.
And then this say,
hey, look.
If I did it, I didn't have no bad intention.
Can you go
my kids?
Yeah, and bring them back up
Yeah,
here.
put my phone in so
I got it.
No,
My
put it
phone.
in my
got your
pocket.
phone?
I got your phone.
No, take my phone.
Now, I'm not saying the way he reacted was right, but I'm also saying this. We need more daddies to take up for their babies with the same intensity as this man. I couldn't find an update on this story, but I hope that the clerk was dealt with. He is on camera admitting to what he was doing. Daddy, whoever you are, we support you. Keep defending your babies. We need more men like you. This is...
Okay, let's see. This, did they get arrested as well? Why didn't he just call the police? No, he's going to jail. That girl lying. That girl lying. Stepdad stepped up. Respect to the officer for the way he handled the situation. Free that real daddy, did what he needed to be done. I'm on the dad's side. No grown man should be kissing on a child. What? The only thing I see wrong about the reaction is that someone who wasn't even involved in this now has to clean up the mess, talking about all the stuff on the ground. Other than that, good on the dad for standing up for his child. Let's see what this and that's a stepdad I had to rewatch because I thought it was a dad. I thought it was her dad for real as well. Man, mom got a good dude right there. Yes, that wasn't the best reaction, but predatory behavior has to be confronted aggressively because you aren't just standing up for your kid. You're doing it for possible future victims. Period. Okay.
Yeah, man. I mean, that kind of goes with the story just before. Gotta crash out for your kids.
Yeah. Actually, I didn't even mean for them to connect like that.
Yeah,
it just happened.
Oh, that's how I sent them though. I sent them back to back because I had got them like that. But yeah.
What you laughing at me for?
What you think about the story? Oh, JVD, what's your question before we go?
No, it wasn't really a question, but it did kind of coincide with that. I mean, would you crash out for yours? And I think we kind of on the same page. We really touched it on the last video, and this just kind of coincides with it.
Only kind of thing I have, like, I'd have my daughter back up there to point out, because I'm not asking them. I want to get my daughter. I understand she's terrified, but I'd have my stepdaughter or my daughter or whoever point him out. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to say nothing. Point him out, tell me what he had on. Mom, you feel this. I'm for to beat you till the police get here. And it's cool, like people say he shouldn't have went to jail. His charges going to probably get dropped anyway. All that shit going to get dropped. It's going to get dropped. He's just going for a ride and just to go do all this. The DA not going to take that case on. But that's a freebie. You beat him till the police come there.
Yeah, easy money.
You let her film, and while you doing it, so you can have it, and then you take it to your lawyer, because we're going to get a lawyer, and you ask the lawyer if this okay for we to, I ain't going to show the police this, but this okay for we can go for our defense or whatever. But the lawyer defend you and all that, but that's a freebie. You beat him for a good minute. You beat him till the police get there. It depends on what neighborhood, that'll be a while. But if it's a good neighborhood, it'll be a minute.
But you know what? In a lot of black neighborhoods, because you seen that was a Memphis police officer.
Yeah.
Right? So in a lot of black neighborhoods, though, you will get a lot of guys who, or, people who own those particular liquor stores.
Yep.
They're real predatory.
Yep.
It just is what it is. They really prey on, particular, younger girls and stuff like that. I've been in Detroit, and they like that in Detroit too.
That's one of them ones where like people be talking about I'm violent. No, I'm not. I'm not all that. But that right there with kids, I do not play about kids. They didn't even got to be my kids. It's just one thing, you just don't fuck with kids. You leave, kids are the innocent. And even though some little bad motherfuckers out here and all that, they're still the innocent because they have not been taught. But you defend kids at all costs. Some of them need to go to jail and learn some lessons and stuff like that. But you don't do no heinous thing like that to little girls that she just coming there to buy something at the store. No, you get beat. And you get beat decent. From back in the day where I came from, that's one of them assholes where you beat him out his clothes. You beat him so decent till he think he on fire and he coming up out his clothes.
Remember Cameron and Paid in Full?
That's a fact.
When he snatched Buddy up out the car,
yeah,
he should have did that to dude in it because it was a big ass little slight. Pulled him right up out of there.
Actually, I ain't gonna even tap your store. I'm gonna tap your store with your body. I'm finna throw you through every glass in this motherfucker. I'm gonna try to break the little bulletproof glass you got there. We're gonna see if you can go through it. This all facts though. Am I lying to you every day?
Nah, he right. And you got to remember, this is Maul. He's the person that's gonna put the mask on your face. He gonna plant it.
Yeah, like no, you don't mess with kids though. You don't. No, you don't do no kid. No, you don't. I don't care what nobody say. I'm not a violent person, but when it comes,
it was this.
But you
said, "We'll put the mask on."
but yeah, and you don't fuck with kids, bro. I give a lot of passes to a lot of things. I don't talk about but bro, when you mess with kids like that and you messing with a little girl, a little girl, man, come on, no, man, I'm not with that.
Drake.
No, we gonna go ahead and beat you decent, B. Don't do that. Don't mess with nobody kids and don't mess with nobody wife. That'll really get you back fucked up. For real, for real.
Yeah, So, what do you think about the part about him messing up the gas station?
It's part of the game. You did what you did. All this is part of it. I'm a big firm believer in you do something to me, you don't get to debate your consequences for doing something to me. Mm-hmm. If I go overboard, okay, I did. But if you'd have never fucked with me, we would never be in this situation. That's just how I do things. Or that's just how I feel about a lot of things. Because I'm not going to go out there and mess with you. That's like right now, if we walking down the street and I haul off and I just stop somebody just because I want to. If he pull out the banging light, have me right here screaming, talking about, because he shot me, that's what I get for fucking with people. That man was minding his business, and I went out there and I was doing something wrong to him.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, I don't really have any arguments against how he reacted. You know, me personally, I would have handled it a little bit differently.
You'd have prayed for him first.
No.
I'm just bullshitting out.
I would ask, you know, my daughter questions. I would have asked as many questions as I could possibly think of to get her perspective and her understanding of how what happened. Mm-hmm. And I would do the same thing. This is me not being in the situation, right? I would, like Maul said, take her up there, point out who did it.
Facts.
And then I would get the police involved from there. Mm-hmm. I would get the police involved. That's it. That's all. Because I don't know. Obviously, I don't know where these guys are from specifically, but there are some places overseas that say like 15 is a legal age.
We ain't overseas. We're in America,
and that's what I was getting at.
We in America. Fuck that. We in the United States.
That's what I was getting at. So a lot of them take their practices and their thought processes that they have over there and bring them over here. I'm not saying that I'm not justifying or arguing whatever that they may or may not know the age of legality in the U.S. I'm just saying they felt comfortable doing it.
And you know what else I say too? Well, I understand what you're going to do, but why I have to do what I'm going to do first? Bro, he has to know that he can't ever do this to another kid again. And you just calling the police without getting no hood justice real quick, he going to be back in no time because all he did was kiss her hand. But we know how far that can go, and we know how disrespectful that is. But just calling the police, like you said, but that's cool what you do. I'm not knocking what you're going to do. But that's the reason why I say I would have beat him till the police got there.
Yeah, beat him to a pulp.
Yeah.
Like MS said, right? He said, you got to follow the laws of the country you're in. Because if you ever go to Singapore, you can't spit, you can't chew gum and spit the shit out. They're going to beat you to a pulp. You're going to get a whole bunch of years. You be scared to do shit over there. Dubai as well.
But, like Maul just said, we ain't over there.
Well, right? No, that's my point is when you're in somebody else's country, you need to abide by their laws.
He was talking about what you saying, that they can go in another country.
Yeah, so I don't care if you fucking on 13-year-olds in your country. Over here in America, you can't do that.
In America?
In America, you can't do that. I don't care about your rituals and your traditions and shit like that over there. When you come over here, we don't do that. Well, you're not supposed to. Yeah. And if you do it, well, there's consequences and repercussions. Yeah. You know.
DHPS, you stupid. He said, yes, bloke.
Exactly. Yeah, no, for sure. That's Singapore. And I get that. And what I'm saying, again, every law, every country has different parameters and things that you cannot do. Yeah. So even though you're American, you can't go with Singapore taking your American laws over to Singapore thinking you're going to do over there.
No, that's facts. That's
right?
Super facts.
And what I'm saying is wherever the fuck they're from, they can't take those traditions or whatever and bringing it over here without abiding by our laws. And that's really that simple.
Yeah, and I agree because we've covered here on this podcast how some people go over to overseas. I know of at least 3 stories that I've heard where somebody, an American, went overseas and did what they did in America overseas, ended up being in jail for it. Mm-hmm. I forget the girl's name, but she like yelled at a police officer or something like that. In that country where she was at, women aren't allowed to barely even talk to me.
Used to my Dubai.
Barely even talk to me, and let alone yell at them.
Yeah. Shit, I heard of another story where a dude left out of our country with 1 bullet in his backpack. 1 bullet. Went overseas somewhere, coming back into the country. They damn near for to give his ass 20 years for that 1 bullet.
Yeah, I saw something like that too. I've seen multiple cases of that.
And I would say to that is, why the fuck are you using your gun bag to go travel with?
why bring it?
No, that's the same bag that they use to go to the range or do whatever they need to do with.
My gun bag, I don't touch the gun bag.
Thank you. Point exactly.
That's what I was
getting
getting
at.
It's
a gun bag for a gun bag.
That's what I was getting at.
You don't use that for multiple things. I don't care what you're talking about.
Why
sometimes I'll be like, oh, I could put this in here.
No, you can't.
No, I can't. Boy,
no, you can't. No, you
especially
cannot.
where we work at.
No, you cannot. No.
That's all. Like that's what I was asking. Like, look, why are you bringing that? Like one bullet or 2 or 3 shell casings that other people like.
He forgot. He probably missed. You know what I mean? You probably missed. You probably using. If you're using a bag for multiple different things, that bullet probably fell out.
Yep. That's
and you missed it.
Have multiple bags. It's okay to have multiple book bags. I got a book bag I carry with every day. But that will not go with me to the gun range because I know I carry that to work. So why would I take that bag to the gun range with me or even carry my gun in that bag? Period.
No, that's not the bag.
It's not the bag for that.
That's the gun bag.
Yeah.
No one brought an extra bag.
That's what I'm saying. My wife, you ungrateful sons of bitches. My wife will never make y'all no more sheets with their holes cut in them.
I can't see all this thing.
You sound like you belong with him when you said that. You sounded too good, brother.
Yeah.
He sounded a little too good, man. You said don't say that no more. You sound a little too good.
Space has been practicing his white. You know what I'm saying? It's not no problem. You from KNoWKi?
Yeah. Oh shit, man.
But no, man, that's I don't get it. I don't.
Yeah, I got multiple bags.
Like
multiple things. I got a lot of bags.
Why would you even do that though? Like the Naps and Beauty said it earlier. I think it was Naps and Beauty said. He said those gas station owners be flirting hard. Just give me $20 on 10, please.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, they. To be frank, a lot of men from different cultures look at black women, black girls as some type of prostitutes. I'm serious. They really do.
Sexual objects.
Yeah.
The sexual objects that they don't like to be perceived as.
They wouldn't want you really around like that, but they'll pay you a couple dollars.
Just want to smash real quick.
Yeah.
Get their nut off.
And that's a whole different subject I was about to start. But yeah, like I don't necessarily, as far as my response, I think in regards to the stepfather, he did what he was supposed to do, go up and confront the man that his daughter accused, said that kissed her hand. I think it was a little bit ineffective though, because you just, like the lady in the video that was recording said, you just damaged a whole bunch of property, but you didn't ever get your hands on the actual man.
That's why I said you go point him out, and you look at him. You say, "All right, bet he got to close the store. You got to go home. We ain't even got to get the police involved. But don't trust and believe you won't ever blow a kiss at another little black little girl or Latino girl or whatever the fuck they was ever again. I bet you that." And like what a great philosopher once told me, I always keep a pooch iced tea in the car. I always keep a pooch iced tea in the car. If you know, you know.
So yeah, man, I don't.
You know, you know.
Yeah, I don't blame him one bit for what he did and how he reacted. I think it was a little bit ineffective, being the fact that he didn't actually. That the person, unless he pursues an actual case with the whole situation and get the police involved and run the tape and all that stuff and run the security tapes.
All it's going to be is inappropriate touching or something like that, which is going to be like a fine and don't do this no more, like a slap on the wrist. That ain't really like.
I don't know, bro. Because
like, I don't know what the charges would be.
I mean, it was. What would they be specifically? Something involving a minor.
Ain't that assault?
I was gonna say sexual assault.
But what degree?
Shit,
I don't know.
Not the third degree.
Cool. He in there for a couple of days or whatever. And when he come back, snatch his ass up, catch his ass at the light.
You know what I missed? I miss old school people. I'm gonna tell y'all a quick story, then we can move along, right? Because back in the day, old school people used to be like one of my uncles told me, and Jerry, they gonna probably try to guess who this is because he met a couple of my uncles. But he told me one time, right, somebody did something, and he used to keep a trunk full of tools. He threw them in the trunk, and he used to just drive around and pressing the brakes real hard. So now they rolling in the trunk and the tools going all this and all that, right? And then he say, let him out the trunk and told him, I don't want to see you no more, whatever, not like that. But old school ways used to be real effective because I don't think that dude ever came back again for what he did.
That's true.
See, Nasty Beauty, sometimes tradition works.
But he did, and when he did that and he told me that, therefore on, I looked at my uncle real different, like, this motherfucker done probably killed a couple people. Because who will think of something? I've never would have thought of nothing like that. Am I?
No, you right.
Like, who will think of something to have some tools in the trunk just for that?
What you think about, and this kind of adds to what you were just saying, you think about a lot of, I think I might have brought it up on the podcast, but a lot of black people who came from the north, from the south up to the north, their grandfather did something down south where they had to flee. You see what I'm saying? Where they did something, right? They didn't kill somebody, they didn't kill Mr. Matthews or whatever. All right? And they had to get up out of there. And you'll ask your grandfather, hey, why you don't never go back? Oh, I don't go back down there. And they was big on giving people consequences. They wasn't scared of the people.
Hey, and guess what? That's what I was talking about when I said them down south people, not scared of like all that other whatever you talking about down there. Them old school black folks will get with you. For real.
That's all I got for that. You guys got anything else before we move on to the next thing?
Nothing at all. I thought that was Jason Kidd though.
You down bad if you doing Instagram videos.
All right. Before we move on, again, thank you guys for kicking it with us. Thank you guys for MS, Be Humble, DHBS kicking it with us in the chat. Share this with 2 people that you know. Tell them your favorite after church podcast is on right now. Now, here's something that that made the internet explode, go crazy. All right. So this guy.
Drake or Kendrick sue each other over a diss track?
Damn,
Maybe,
Lord.
but it would depend on a few things. For one, it may be hard to prove defamation when it's said over a catchy beat and rhymes. Yo, Ugo Lord don't know shit about the law. That's because when it's said in a diss track, a court may be more likely to think the statements are opinion and not meant to be taken literally.
I pray my get big as the Eiffel Tower so I can the world for 72 hours.
Well, there's no way that's true. But another reason they wouldn't sue is because they have to prove what the other person said about them is a lie. And I don't think either of them wants to because rappers like their private lives private. I don't know if they like judges and lawyers poking around their totally safe and legal parties. But what if it's all true? What if all the accusations said between these diss tracks are actually facts? Well, then it wouldn't be defamation because you can't be sued for telling the truth. So can they sue each other? Absolutely. But I think it's better for everyone if they just keep dropping bangers. Hey, we sure showed Ugo, right guys? There's no way he's gonna... Oh no.
I was really trying to keep it PG.
Can Drake or Kendrick?
So the internet is saying that, well, I want to clear up a misconception from what I understand about it. The internet is saying Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar for, well, I'm just clearing that part up. People saying Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar when...
Did you say they suing each other?
Well, he said that the guy in that video said that, but that's the first time I heard anybody say them suing each other specifically. Mm-hmm. Now the internet is saying Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar specifically when, from what I understand, that's not true. Drake is suing UMG and Spotify for boosting Not Like Us. When in reality, he's saying that if they didn't, Not Like Us wouldn't have been as popular as it was.
Cap.
Now, a lot of people's reaction are saying that Drake is a sore loser, and this is like fighting getting into a fight with your school bully or whatever, the person that you always fight with, you losing, and then turn around and telling your mama that you lost. So, generally speaking, based off of that, what do you guys think about Drake suing UMG and Spotify for allegedly boosting Not Like Us?
I'm mean, do what all is in your power, I guess. I mean, it doesn't. I don't know what he's looking to get out of that. So, trying to get some money, or obviously.
Let me go back to this. Ma, you got any thoughts at all?
No, really, because I don't know, because the internet throwing so much out there, we don't know what's the truth and what's not the truth.
Right.
Like, that's the first thing I heard when I kind of was on the internet a little bit. It was about, Drake is suing Kendrick Lamar because he's a sore loser. Then real legal people got in and say he's not suing Kendrick Lamar. He's suing the music groups and Spotify for, them boosting up the sales and them doing this and them doing it. So we don't know what's really like, what's going on or what's happening or who he's suing or whatever like that. But if he's suing them, so if Drake is suing them, so everybody else after him don't have to go through what he's went through, okay, I can understand that. The big music group is a big machine or anything anyway. So, yeah, go ahead and do what you need to do for y'all as a union, as a collective. If you got to go out there and throw yourself on the sword so everybody else can be able to walk or run or whatever behind you, do your thing. So I don't really know, so I don't really have an opinion about it. You feel me?
I want to go back to a comment B Humble said a while ago regarding the boy that was the second grader. He said 7-year-old boy in Maryland was allegedly hung from a bathroom hook by a fourth grader at C. Paul Barnhart Elementary School in Waldorf. The boy was found choking on his own saliva inside the bathroom.
Ooh.
It's crazy work.
So, let's see. B Humble said to us, so do y'all think UMG has done that for Drake in the past?
Probably.
Probably so.
Drake a cash cow.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to do what they got to do to kind of protect their interests.
Hey, how the great saying? Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah.
And this is my thoughts on it. So this is another piece of information that I heard about it. I don't know for sure. I don't know people's contracts. We're never in these negotiations when people sign their deals. So
thank God.
So allegedly this is Drake's signing year. Like a year his contract is supposed to be like expired. His current contract is supposed to expire. So he's saying allegedly that UMG and Spotify spent whatever money they needed to spend to boost Not Like Us to decrease Drake's value for when it comes time to re-sign a contract.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he would have signed another contract, though. Drake is so big that he just need to be on his own. You think so? I don't mean to cut you off and go like a switch subjects, real. But you just said that and it just thought in my mind like, I'm gonna just be saying something because I don't think he would sign to another label or nothing like that. You don't think Drake big enough for all this? People want to be, I'm my own boss type thing, and he don't want to be his own boss now?
I don't know because like Nasty Beauty, I think it was Nasty Beauty just said, Nasty Beauty said Drake's time is done. He is being brought up in the XXXTentacion case again. Like Drake has been on the tops of the charts and controlling the game for like 15 years.
Shit, I'll go more than that. I was
gonna say 20.
When I was back in Florida, bro.
20.
And I ain't been in Florida
somewhere
in damn near, like living in Florida like 20 years almost. I think it's been like 20.
Hell no. Y'all tripping.
So you don't think he been like
05? No.
Nah,
Drake,
you're right.
2010, 2011.
So about 15 years.
Yeah, about 15 years.
9-10, my bad.
Y'all doing 20. No, Wayne was still in his
9-10
mixtape back days.
Yeah, because 9-10. That's when I had just moved back up here. Yeah, you're right.
So this is my thing when it comes to the whole UMG paying anybody paying anybody to boost anybody's music. From music platforms to YouTube to social media influencers. I think everybody does that.
I do think too.
I think everybody does that. I think if you, Drake, are trying to sue UMG and Spotify for doing that for Kendrick Lamar, then what is that saying about you when you've done it allegedly, gotta say that, allegedly done it in the past for yourself or when they've done it for you? You see what I'm saying? Like, so does your argument all of a sudden go out of the window? Are you even factoring that? I think this is definitely a sore loser tactic. I wonder if if to Nas and Beauty's point, Drake is actually saying like, all right, this is about my time.
But he said that, Drake said that in albums years ago, that he would be over around 36, 37 years old. And that's about what it is now. I mean, you think about it in rap years, this nigga's like 140. You know? Like, he's approaching 40 years old, right? And he's still putting out, still relevant, right? Even though he lost in this battle, still relevant. And I think, it's shit. It's phasing out for Drake. You lost, but shit, it's been more frivolous lawsuits than this.
Oh, he's 38.
Yeah, 38. Okay.
Yeah.
You just had a birthday, right?
Yeah, 87?
Yeah, you got to be 87.
Let's see, but yeah, I think so. So would you consider this a sore loser tactic?
Drake done next year.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
Like he took a miserable L.
But people always say that until
86.
Until it's just business. I don't look at it as a sore loser or anything. It's business is business. People don't, like, they think everybody going to settle a lot of shit in the streets. No, these corporate motherfuckers get in this courtroom and we going to sue. That's what happens. We sue. That's what they're doing. They're suing.
That's top dog law.
Yeah. Facts.
A lot of people go into the music industry and they reach the top and think that because they're on top, they're invincible. Do you think that might have been Drake's sentiment at any point?
I thought he was invincible.
Yeah, invincible, because the record label UMG, Spotify, allegedly, if they were boosting Drake's records to boost numbers, right? Because he had the boost allegedly, because he allegedly had the boosters on his side, can't be touched.
But
and now, if that be the case, the people that were boosting him are now boosting his opposition.
Mm-hmm.
Now, might he be in his feelings because the carpet has been pulled from under his feet?
Hey, man, that saying is always relevant. Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Yeah, once you go up, man, you got to come down. And I think with just any big-time celebrity, right, I've always said this. I consistently say this on the podcast. You're not finna just go walk off into the sunset without any controversy with your bread and stuff like that. No, it's going to be some bullshit. It's just unfortunate for Drake that, they're using Kendrick. And if Kendrick ever got to superstar status as Drake, because even though Kendrick's hot right now, he's not superstar status like Drake. Mm-hmm. They'll do the same thing to Kendrick. Right? It's not a problem. It's about the money at the end of the day for all of these guys. You know what I mean? Artistry is one thing. You can look at like the GNX album. I personally wasn't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I'm not West Coast. I personally wasn't feeling it. Everybody else said they like it. Cool. He capitalized on it. It's about money. You know what I mean? This isn't underground niggas, rapping and looking like a poor musician. Like these are guys who are getting money. They're supposedly getting money. They're providing money for everybody, all these other conglomerates, these other groups. So it's a big investment. So when you're a big investment like that, you're gonna start doing some suing. Yeah. Shit.
MS said, "Good night, fellas. It's getting late in the UK. See you next Sunday."
All right,
bro.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks
We're in the UK, baby. We're in the UK. Yeah, we're in the UK. Yeah,
look at us.
Yeah.
Well, we like Drake.
Yeah, but
so we winning. We like Drake in 2015.
But as Jay every day was saying, just to piggyback off that, the higher you go, depending on your ride up, how you did and treated people, it's gonna be the harder you fall. Mm-hmm. So if you treated people nice while you was going up, it's gonna be like a soft landing. But if you treated people fucked up and did all type of crazy stuff to people, that landing gonna be hard. It's gonna break some bones. It's gonna really hurt.
Naps and Beauty bringing up some interesting stuff.
Okay, Naps.
Sister every day, of course.
Naps and Beauty said to be humble. Well, MS said before he left, Have you guys heard Friday Night Lights by J. Cole? I'm sure I have. I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Of course.
Let's see. Nelson Beauty said they are saying that allegedly they are saying that Drake paid the guy off that hit XXX Tentacion. They are being in documents and the gunman in for questioning or bringing in documents. And
As soon as he got popped, he's supposed to get popped.
Be Humble said Drake is no different than Jerry in Straight Outta Compton. Those people love to sue.
Yeah. That's what white corporate people do. They sue. Y'all, we be around here fighting over pennies and crumbs. Yeah. They suing.
Yeah. No, you're right.
They suing.
They got
suing.
commas in there.
Yeah, and they ain't suing for no little petty shit. This like 7, 8 figures, 9 figures like type checks they trying to get.
We want to fight.
Yeah, they suing. They suing.
Niggas want to fight and shoot.
Yeah,
we gonna go ahead.
We will sue. And guess what? You ain't got it. You can pay us with your future earnings. Don't worry about it. We're gonna garnish your future earnings. Gonna make it to where you want to delete yourself.
Nelson Beauty said, "What's the difference between Drake versus Kanye in a sense of notoriety?" I'm not elaborate on that question a little bit more for me, Nelson Beauty, if you don't mind. DHBS said Drake wants to stay signed.
Oh, probably.
I think Drake. I'm sorry. I was gonna say Kanye to me has a little bit more serious fan base than Drake. Drake fan base is real fickle. You know what I mean?
I can agree.
Yeah, they're real whimsical. Like, you know, they're part of it. You know, it's just kind of with the wave. Whatever the wave is, that's, you know, Kanye's fans, people who've been listening to Kanye and really rock with Kanye, rocks with Kanye. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just kind of like that.
You know what I equate Drake fans to? And don't take this wrong, ladies, but I've Drake them to the women. They always changing their mind about some shit.
Yeah.
And it's no shade, but y'all know how y'all are. Y'all always changing y'all mind about shit. You like this one day, but the next day you hate it. Like your Miami trips.
Because you was doing down there.
Yeah, motherfucker know what you was doing.
You double dick clutching. One in one hand, one in the other, you double dick clutching.
Hey, bro, that's diabolical. That's crazy work. That's crazy work.
This your favorite after church podcast. You know?
That's crazy work right there. Double.
You know what actually?
Boy, it's crazy work, bro. It's diabolical, man.
And this is actually in recent years. Wait, one
last thing before you go. I'm gonna go with a DXPH thing. That's nefarious. That is very DXPH. Know what I'm talking? That's nefarious. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I had to say that.
So, one thing that definitely turned me away from Drake, generally speaking, is when he started doing all these feminine antics in the media. Like when he started wearing the pink. Was he wearing? He was wearing like pink nail polish and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of love.
He's like pink barrettes and stuff in his hair, and then the feminine hairstyles. It's like, all right, what is going on here?
Agenda.
What is like? I'm gonna have to pull back from this and watch that dude from I'm already watching from a distance, but I'm gonna have to separate myself even further from that, because what is going on here? You think it's that part of the humiliation ritual we were talking about?
Yeah, I think it is. I think it's always something. Again, when we talked about it, it's gonna be somebody else. But why are they always put in these positions? Like, why do you always got to do some weird shit? You know, you weren't doing that any time before. Now all of a sudden you want to switch it up to who? What fan base is asking for this?
And then
what fan base is asking for this?
I agree with what you said about the fan base between Kanye and Drake, because Kanye fans, between the two, I think Drake fans care more for what sounds popular on the radio, which is fleeting, right? Mm-hmm. Whereas Kanye West his fans care more for artistry and music. Whatever lane that goes down, but they care more for artistry and music. So, yeah, I think, like Maul said, I think the more diehard fans are with Kanye than with Drake.
No, Jay Everyday said that.
Oh, sorry. Jay Everyday said.
Yeah. See, that's a Kanye West fan. And I fuck with Ye. Yeah, I mean, Ye gospel album was the coldest gospel album I've ever heard. I don't know what y'all.
That 3-pack though, ain't nothing beating that 3-pack.
Gospel album, Ye's gospel album was cold.
That 3-pack was off the chain though.
You serious?
What are we comparing this to? What, BB and CC Wine? It's like, yeah, that shit colder than BB and CC. Like, that shit cold. Ye shit was cold. This is what it is. You know what I mean? I'd go to church to listen to that.
Yeah, man. I think this is a sign of the beginning of the, I don't say the downfall, but the career ending of Drake. Like it should just end on the top note. You know what I mean?
I don't think so, though.
I think his name will always be recognized. I think if he continues to make music, I think he'll be able to still top the charts. Mm-hmm. But if it comes down to what my theory is, in that UMG, Spotify is trying to decrease his value if he wants to re-sign, go from a $400 million contract down to maybe a 250, 200, maybe 175, then I wouldn't blame him for it. Because listen, no matter how long you've been working for a company, that company wants to figure out how they can do more with less. Mm-hmm. These, like, we've seen it when it comes to on a everyday level, where companies are laying people off and expecting and tasking the remaining employees to do more things with less bodies.
I concur.
So instead of paying two people, let's just say $40,000, we'll pay one person $40,000, still keep the same increases in pay, the small increments, 50 cents, maybe $1, $1.25, but still expect them to do both jobs.
I think they're trying to do it with like 60. I don't think 40.
I was gonna say 60, but
I think that sounds a little bit better, 60. You know, we just went down from an 80 to a 60. That's cool.
You said Big Ben colder than the Statue of Liberty. It's crazy work.
What? Big Ben, Cole?
You know that big ass clock.
Oh.
Yeah, man, that set the internet ablaze. That Drake is. A lot of people were saying that he's suing Kendrick Lamar. I don't see how he could.
But you know that's the internet, though. I try to stay off that shit.
Yeah, they just be saying shit.
Yeah, they do. They just be saying it just to get a reaction out of people and all this other stuff.
All right, now, this is another thing. Thank you guys for kicking with us. That came across my docket, and I want to get you guys' opinion because I have a specific question to ask.
Okay.
Now, get your thinking caps on. Get your body. What is it? Body language.
I thought you were going to say your bodily fluids.
No, body language. Body language.
Thinking caps on and your bodily fluids.
I'm going to head out.
Throw it at the screen.
I'm going to head out.
We ain't going to be able to see it. That's in their house, dripping on their screens.
All right, check this out.
13 minutes?
No, it's not going to be the whole thing. It's not going to be the whole thing at all.
Angels. She delivered a vision where all of us mattered. She did it with grace and dignity and continued to do that every single day. She is still in this fight. She is doing it every single day. She is not done with her current job, and she's not. Personally, it was a privilege to be used to do so. And I would just ask all of you to join me in welcoming our Vice President, Kamala Harris.
Huh? What up, Lord?
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Back at you, brother. You are such an extraordinary leader, and
so fake.
We have become lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Yep. I just, in front of everyone, I want to thank you, Tim. You lead with courage. You lead with heart. You see the people. You care about the people. You believe in uplifting the dignity to which all people are entitled, and you do it with, and you have a sense of fun when you're doing it. But you are an extraordinary leader, and obviously the people of Minnesota are very, very.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say something that's too soon. I can't joke about that. I can't joke about that. We just got to talk about that boy being hung.
Lucky to have you there, but you are a national leader and a dear friend, and thank you. Noel, thank you for your work in Pennsylvania and all that you did for our campaign. And let me just say to everyone on this call, I am so grateful for you, and I'm so thankful to you. I'm thankful for your love of our country and your willingness to put the work into it. I'm thankful for the faith that you put in me and Governor Walz and our team. And I am thankful because I know your character is such that you're not going to get knocked down. And you're in this fight. And you're in it for all the right reasons. And I know that about you. It's why you're part of this call right now and all the work that you did over those 107 days and even before. That's your nature. And the outcome of this election, obviously, is not what we wanted. It is not what we worked so hard for. But I am proud of the race we ran. And your role in this was critical. What we did in 107 days was unprecedented. Think about the coalition that we built, and we were so intentional about that. You would hear me talk about it all the time, it being a dog based on a deep love of our country. And our
I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. So there was a sneaking suspicion that during this particular video, I think it's a live stream, that she was drunk.
Hey, I thought that as soon as she got on there. I'm like, damn, she looked like she's been drinking. I promise you.
Pull it back up just real quick. Just let me see.
Like in the first in the beginning. I'm like, damn, she looked like she's been drinking a little bit.
No, I sped it up because
yeah, that's that drink look. You know, see? Yeah. See, they had a little, it's that luck. Tongue in between the teeth.
Democrats not gonna like this. Y'all gonna get us on.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Back at you,
that's
brother.
that wine.
You are such an extraordinary.
Y'all say she was been drinking a little bit.
Yeah, a little porter table wine. You know, the big ass glass jar or whatever fucking wine. She got some of that. Yeah. She from California. I know she stayed with wine on date.
Oh man. So this sneaking suspicion that she was, and a lot of people, I'm sorry. Some people use AI to add in little, like when she knows she does this with her hands, take it from Barack Obama. They'll add an AI like of a shot glass in her hand while she's going back and forth, or like it was hilarious. But the parts that I seen, you can definitely see. Hold on, let me see.
Because her skin is a little flushed.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
But it is what it is, man. She ain't the president, or she the vice president. You know, it is what it is.
Oh man,
good luck to her, man, in her life.
Sheesh. I can't find a video real quickly. But yes, the sneaking suspicion. Now, Be Humble said, so what if she was drunk? So what if she was drunk? What are you guys' thoughts about that? Do you have any thoughts at all as far as so what if she was drunk?
I don't have nothing. I have not a word.
Shit. Her time up, man.
I don't even know why we still discussing her. She's not the president. We need to discuss who's the president and see what's going on. When we go get these matches.
I mean, she's still in office.
Yeah, she is. Oh, well, let's go to this. Right? Because people has been saying this, and I've heard this because, I listen to, Breakfast Club in the morning, and they were talking about why don't Biden step down so she become the president for the last 2 months or the month and a half for the 60 days or whatever.
Why?
Point exactly. I don't know why. I don't even know why this is a question. Have you heard that?
Why don't Biden step down?
Step down so she can become the president for the next 60 days.
So we can meet a quota?
I guess so. So in so many ways to like break the glass. I don't know. It was just a whole bunch of stupid shit they were saying.
Yeah, it was stupid. Yeah, I ain't even listen. It was stupid.
Yeah, it was just like a.
I don't really like you guys are saying. I don't really see the point.
That's what I'm trying to see too. So I just thought y'all heard that too, and that's what I thought you was talking about. Info.
No, to what Jay Day said about her still being in office as a Secretary of State on a live stream, appearing to be drunk or under the influence of something.
Yeah,
and then
allegedly, we don't know, but she do look a little inebriated.
And then on top of that, after the election, she went on a vacation, which one person might say, who cares if she goes on vacation? The other person would say, you still got a job to do. You got like 60 more days.
She don't get no vacation. I don't care. I ain't got. Let's talk about the DEA. Fuck that. What you talking about? Yeah. What about it? Them changing the policies? Y'all ain't hear about that? The DEI. A lot of corporations is changing the policies to their DEI policies. They had a list going out around.
I don't know anything about that.
I guess we'll talk about it next. But I should have sent it to y'all.
Speaking of, why don't Biden do certain things? Here's my question to you guys. This I've been wanting to ask for a while. Not that. So apparently, what was it? Maybe 2 weeks ago now. Biden approved Ukraine using American missiles against Russia. 60 days or so when he's about to be out of office, he approved them of Ukraine using American missiles against Russia. Now, in response, Putin said, all right, well, y'all want to use missiles against us? We'll use missiles against Ukraine. Part one of my questioning is, why would Biden do that?
To incite a war or some type of war, and then therefore be able to remain in office. If you remain in office, perhaps pass away in office, then you'll get Kamala Harris as your president. But yeah, when you have a sitting president and then there's a war, he's not allowed to change presidency. There isn't a new president that's allowed to come into office until the war is over.
Oh, so to prolong his presidency.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I never thought about that.
You never heard us say that? We said that before. That's the only reason that we were saying that. The only reason before Kamala got into office, only reason Joe Biden will stay if he start this fucking war. They don't transfer the position of power if a war is just not starting or whatever like that. They're gonna keep the same president.
That's interesting. And then if that be the case, then it would prolong his presidency into however long that it lasts. Then allegedly, hypothetically, Joe Biden passes the torch to Kamala automatically, and she becomes the first all of the other Indian, East Asian, black woman, whatever president. Right? That's what y'all saying?
Yeah.
Factuals.
That's
all this is allegedly. We just going on some. Don't be trying to. They ain't fake checking it. No, this is
our theories. This is our thought processes.
Yes. Because he's sending missiles. Why you all of a sudden now you want to do that when you got 60 days? Why you ain't been do that?
And that was my ultimate question. Now here's another thought process I had about this. Now, did we?
DHPX. We don't want that bitch.
Now, when we heard the declaration of Biden deciding to not run for president again, did we hear it out of his mouth, or did we see a letter that was passed around the internet? It was from, maybe you guys have heard something different, but I only saw it through the letter that he passed around because we talked about it on here. Now, when it comes to this, his air quotes approval of Ukraine using American missiles against Russia, this also came from a letter and not directly from Biden.
Be humble saying we've been sending missiles. Yeah, but this is the first time we've sent them for them to use.
I didn't even know they had to get permission to use them.
Yeah, we've been sending them, but this is the first time in use. Am I correct?
Yeah, this is the first time he gave, because I didn't know they had to get permission to use them. Like, I thought when we send them an aid package with all their missiles, they could use whatever the fuck they want to use because we sent it to them. I didn't know they had to get the clearance from us to use our missiles.
I guess I could see it going either way. Because essentially, at the end of it all, wars in general are expensive. So if they're using the missiles, then there's going to have to be resources dedicated to making more missiles. And this is just me being on the outside looking in. This is the conclusions I'm coming to based on what I'm reading and what I'm seeing happening. So a lot of people benefit from wars.
Yeah, a lot of money.
a lot of money, especially, people
Big
that
business.
are, you know what I'm saying? So that could also be another thing that they're thinking, well, Biden was thinking about, or whoever, let's just say Biden because his name is on it. Biden was thinking about when it came to approving the use of these missiles. And then again, Vladimir Putin said, all right, y'all want to use missiles? All right, we'll use missiles against Ukraine. My second question about this. What do you guys think about as far as how this would blow back on America, on the U.S.?
Well, shit, that was what, right after the election, close to 3 weeks ago? No?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I was expecting a swift retaliation, if anything. So, I don't know. I think we got other things to worry about.
How I look at it, I want to pay attention to it, but, bro, it's out of our hands. We don't make those decisions. Even though we don't want the shit to happen, we don't want this, we don't want to be in the middle of this, they're going to do what they want to do regardless of what they think is best for America. We don't get no say in that.
Yeah, I think I'm more interested right now in the potential tariffs that President-elect Trump is threatening these countries with and stopping caravans, down in Mexico, the caravans of people, and just by threatening them of the tariffs, what he was going to do in day one. Canada as well. So
I'm curious to see because we said it won't. I think because I remember I asked y'all, do y'all think that'll be when he talking about the tariffs? Would that be on everyday goods when we have to fit that bill? And that's what I want to see. Because I don't, some people say yeah, some people say no, some people say maybe so. So I'm just curious to see with him, with the tariffs, if he do it, how is it going to affect us?
I'm curious about that as well. Mm-hmm. I'm very curious.
Because I don't know what y'all said. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. I think y'all said no, it won't probably affect us. I don't remember.
No, I think things will go up.
Okay.
Things will go up, but what they're doing now, like from what I heard, from what China's doing, right? So they use Mexico to kind of circumvent the tariff situation, right? So Chinese companies use Mexican companies to circumvent the tariff, the tax that we put on
to avoid tax evasion from evasion from American taxes.
Oh, so what they do is they send their stuff to Mexico. Mexico bring it here.
Right.
Yeah.
And they assemble it in Mexico.
Yeah,
and they flood it with a lot of Chinese stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We learned something.
Yeah, and that's and my question to Trump is honestly, you're throwing out you're going off of tariffs. Okay, so what are you really going to do? Because I got so many thoughts about this. You're not going to be able to completely eliminate America out of the transport of your goods, right? So how do you really plan on if they figure out something else, whatever the case is, and this again is super optimistic. If they do figure out a legitimate way to minimize American influence on the transport of their goods, what are you going to do?
Right, the companies pay the tariffs, not China itself, not the country.
And essentially, and that's what Ma was not suspicious of, but asking about, and I'm asking about too. So if the companies are paying more, then that means that essentially down the line people are paying more.
Right.
Or
maybe
taking less home.
And that's what,
everything is passing the cost.
And that's what I was saying, because people always say, well, he's going to tariff this. I'm like, but ain't that like bad on us? Ain't we going to get that shit? Because companies not going to pay that. We going to pay that, right?
Right. So
I thought I was tripping when I was saying that, though.
So sometimes you're going to have to go without, right? So I said the Michael Jordan shoes that's already damn near $250 with tax. You know what I mean? They might go up to $300.
Oh, yeah, I'm out. I'm out. I get a selected number of pair.
Yeah.
The ones that I really like.
Really.
Yeah, selected number.
I'm not going to be grabbing the mics like that.
It's going to go from 4 a year, 5 a year to 2 a year, 1 a year.
Or anything, because over here in America, what we do, we overbuy, we overspend. We get a lot of things that we probably necessarily don't need. And because things a lot of times are so cheap, or you can buy things at a huge discount. It might not be that discount you're gonna get anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take 1 instead of 5.
And guess what I just told my wife today while I was leaving the crib.
Mm-hmm.
I think we really have to use this Sam Club card. We're gonna start buying a lot of shit in bulk.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna be like these motherfuckers carrying big ass bags of rice on our back and all that stuff. We're about to buy a lot. We're gonna really get down with this Sam Club card, and we're gonna use it to the best of our knowledge because we're gonna buy a lot of stuff in bulk.
And get your rice game up.
Yep. So. All that, everything. We're gonna buy everything from there. We're gonna just go ahead and spend
fried
stuff.
rice,
yeah, all
boiled
that.
rice, barbecue rice,
rice fried rice,
shrimp fried rice,
beef fried rice, vegetable fried rice,
rice. You want rice with rice?
Let's see. Be Humble said Russia can't handle our old weapons. Russia can't handle the old weapons we are sending to Ukraine.
You say can or can't?
Can't.
Can. Oh, can't.
Okay.
Okay, like he knows some Russia got some shit over there. All right.
He said there are articles that break down what things and prices will raise. MS said, as a geezer who wants to do an economics degree, tariffs will increase your price.
Absolutely. I'm expecting that. So that new iPhone 17, 18, I might not need that. I might have to save until iPhone 20. Save. We might have to go back to the layaway.
Yeah.
Everything that you're getting on the discount, right now, because anything now, you can kind of wait, right? So you remember TVs. TVs was high as hell.
Yeah.
Right? You get a 43-inch now for like $200.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Somebody tried to sell me one.
Stop.
But anyway,
stop.
You can get a 50-inch.
Oh, okay.
You can get a 50-inch for the low. Is all I'm basically saying.
Okay.
And it's like, tariffs and stuff like that. That's gonna affect that. Shit's gonna go back up.
Yeah, because I didn't see an 83-inch for down there $500.
That's what I'm saying. It make you kind of like, damn, where can I put an 83-inch TV?
Yeah.
Put that bitch on the ceiling. The ceiling is enough space. I can lay on the bed.
Hey, I stopped him, DX. I stopped him, DX. I stopped him.
What happened?
Stopped him.
What are you talking about so well?
I stopped it. You heard me stop it.
All right, that was a subliminal, but the shit was funny. Wouldn't nobody even know. That would have been between us.
I stopped. That's why I stopped it. I waved the white flag quick. No, I stopped.
I was going to stop anyway. I thought this shit was funny. The reason I even said it in the chat, it was funny. I was just being funny. I knew what it was. I was just fucking with you, bro.
No, it was that's because I've seen certain TVs. I was like, what?
Yeah, it's going for the low ski.
I could definitely agree. I don't even need this
them
by any means.
Them TCLs going for the low.
Like I don't need
this for $4.
I could buy this and just let it sit in the box in my house.
And them Hisense.
Just buying it because it's low in price.
Hisense is going for like $50.
Yeah, I gotta upgrade the TVs anyway in the crib anyway. I'm gonna probably go to another brand though.
Yeah.
I've been fucking with LG a little too long.
It's a reputable brand.
I got a Magnavox.
Oh, Magnavox? Okay.
Yeah, I got Magnavox. I had a Samsung. That mug was cold. I sold it to my sister.
Oh, Samsungs be really good too.
Yeah, it was cold. But
Sony's be really good too.
I ended up getting the monitor. I used to play my game on it, and then I got a monitor. So then I was like, I got a Samsung monitor.
Be Humble said the price is nice, but the quality is actually trash. What kind of TV?
Which one are you talking about?
We mentioned like 6 of them just now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're probably talking about TCL. Yeah. The from what I heard, the price is real nice, and they're real union with that. But they only last like 6-7 years. I mean, I had TVs that last like a minute.
Yeah. 10, 15.
Oh yeah, facts. Be Humble. Yeah. All those cheap TVs. Yeah, absolutely.
But with TVs, people don't realize too. You can't be moving them all around and shit. It's not. I'm gonna take it from this room and put it over here. No, once it's in the spot, leave it there.
Now I did do one thing because I went from bigger, so we've just like put my TV in my son's room, the front room TV in our room, and went bigger in the living room. Because I went to, I think, 65, 65, some 65 to 70. I think I went. Oh yeah. That one, that backlit,
get that
backlit,
OLED.
Yeah, that backlit. That backlit look amazing.
That should be looking great, but I don't watch enough TV.
So, I was gonna play a video, but I don't. You know what? Let's see if this one will work.
I ain't talking about that red shit.
in light, and I'm connecting it to a certain point.
Okay.
All right, so this is the last thing, and we'll call it a day. This is actually kind of like my mesh for the day.
I bet.
Favorite.
Like anything to get
The
us out of
unique,
here early.
tangy,
I
sweet
bet.
crunch is just as popular today as it was when it was released by the Willy Wonka Candy Company in the 1980s. But what is it that makes Nerds candy so irresistible? Is there a secret ingredient the company's hiding from us?
Roaches.
Today we'll be talking about Nerds candy. But before we dive into the history of these colorful, crunchy treats, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to stay up to date on all of the latest videos and updates from the channel. And let me know in the comments which pop culture topic you'd like me to cover next. Now let's get started with the history of Nerds candy. Nerds candy began its name is that nerds were packaging and some unique new mascots. Dweebs were no match for nerds and were slowly phased out in the early 90s. Over the next couple of decades, Nerds candy would grow in popularity and would expand its brand to include a color or carmine dye. Carmine crystals to complete the process and turn the raw material into the familiar nerd candy we've grown to love. The coloring process, though, is where Nerds candy takes an unexpected turn, one that's even caught the attention of PETA. While most Nerds candies are colored with run-of-the-mill blue 1, red 40, yellow 5, there is a unique, not-so-artificial ingredient listed on the strawberry-flavored Nerds candies. An ingredient...
Now, this blue 1, blue 1 lake, blue 2 lake, red 40, all of this stuff, whenever you see anything that has color, Gatorade, whatever it is, you'll see anything, some word and letter combination like this.
By the name of carmine color or carmine dye. Carmine dye dates back to the 1500s when the Aztecs used this dye to create vibrant colors for their fabrics. In modern day products, we still use carmine dye to make packaged and prepared foods look more bright and appealing. Its distinct red color can be found in all kinds of food products, including candy, ice cream, even Starbucks drinks at one time used carmine dye to color its strawberry drinks. But the reason carmine dye is so controversial is the dye is actually made from bugs. Yes, bugs. Oh, no. Carmine dye is made from the crushed bodies of the cochineal bug, a bug that is mainly harvested in Peru and the Canary Islands for its bright red scale.
Look at that, that look like a... It look like it's gonna taste like raspberry or some shit, don't it?
Like a good gummy bear.
Yeah. Feel like a gummy bear.
Like a good ass gummy bear.
You're not finna convince me to stop eating that shit.
Good ass gummy bear, boy.
While many brands, including Starbucks, have moved away from using this controversial form of food coloring, carmine dye can still be found in strawberry Nerds even to this day. Despite a bit of controversy, Nerds candy remains one of the most legendary, iconic, delicious candies of all time, and certainly a piece of pop culture history. Let me know in the comments if you're a fan of Nerds candy. If not, what's your go-to candy when you've got the sugar munchies?
So that's my message for today, man. In light of, we just got done with Thanksgiving and eating all the food and all that stuff, that time of year where we just kind of really let go and really eat the worst of a lot of things. Just something to think about, man. Like I say all the time, look at your nutrition label, man. You don't need to necessarily stalk it. You don't need to necessarily try to avoid every single possible thing because it's almost impossible to do that unless you grow your own food. But when you see food coloring in whatever it is that you're consuming, I've yet to hear that food coloring is good for you in any way, especially red 40. So if you're drinking a red drink, chances are it's going to be 99% of the time, I would bet that it's going to be red 40 or red something color dye in it, and it's bad for you terribly, for your heart and everything. You almost said stay away from anything that's processed.
There it is. There it is right there. Because I always heard yellow 5. Yellow 5 was the one. Like, if you was looking to have kids.
Oh, yeah.
Yellow 5. Stay away from Mountain Dew and shit like that.
Big shouts out to Will Hill and Third Post Media.
Salute.
That's my guy over there. He got some shows coming up. I'll add it to the the clip. Add it to the clip once we get this process. But this has been another edition of the KNoWKi podcast, your favorite after church podcast. Wear your crown, build your legacy, kings. I am your man, Spaces.
It's every day.
Hey, I go by your boy Maul. Meeting the journey.